security officer license, that's fine. You have another form of ID, you got your work ID, that's fine. Yeah. Do you have other people that can verify that the address? Yeah, I could call Bank of America. Yeah, I could call T-Mobile. I could call AT&T. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So I have a huge issue with this. A huge issue. Because guess what? When I did call the branch, you know what they told me? It was like, yeah, sir, you have every right. They said you have every right to feel like this because this has happened in the past, and that department let that person slide because they were Caucasian. And their ID was expired for 6 months. So I'm going to believe the bank because I actually called the bank. So like I said, I can consider this racially motivated because my ID hasn't expired for a year. It expired in August. Let's count. October, November, 2 months. Is it the end of the world because my ID was expired for 2 months? No, sir. You already called T-Mobile Business. You called everybody to verify the same address and the same name that we have on this account. So is it you? Yes. So all I want is my money at this point. Talk to that other team of jackasses and have them unfreeze my account so I could sell my money back to Bank of America and you guys could close their account. I'm not waiting 14 days. You guys did not have to wait 14 days for me to fund the account. So just like you didn't have to wait 14 days for me to fund the account, I don't have to wait 14 days to receive no damn check because you guys are saying that I'm committing fraud because I'm not who I say I am. When you just heard a T-Mobile business rep say I am who I say I am.
Okay. I'm ready, sir. The account was open online. Did you receive the DocuSign at all?
No, they didn't. Miss, that's what.
You never got any back.
Correct, miss. That's why I'm trying to explain it to you. That's why I'm explaining it to you. After I did the Apple Pay thing, right? That's when they wanted to send me the DocuSign. So you see why I'm upset? I have every right to be upset. Why not send it to me right away? No, it's right after. The dude told me on the phone, oh, well, you know, this was it's not letting me activate it. So now you're gonna receive a DocuSign. If you don't want to do the DocuSign, you gotta go to the bench. So it's after I tried to activate Apple Pay. You get what I'm saying? So you're not supposed to do that, miss. If you need further verification, as soon as the person opens the account, verify them there. Not wait till they receive the debit card, not wait till they fund the account in order to say, well, you got an expired ID, so we can't do nothing with this. And then the ID's only been expired for 3, and then there was a government shutdown. You guys are being super inconsiderate. So you lucky I'm not cursing at you. Every other bank is being considerate in the time of the fact that the bank was closed, that the government was closed. Chase Bank was like, yeah, we're still let you do your direct deposit. Mr. Fabres, we know the government is closed, and hey, DMV is closed too. Or what you guys are thinking, that every DMV was open? Are they not? Let's just ask Siri. Hey, Siri, is the DMV part of the government? Which I already know the answer. That's a record.
A Department of Motor Vehicles DMV is a government agency that administers motor vehicle registration and driver licensing.
Which I'm pretty sure you already know that because I know you got your driver's license. That's common sense. That was a rhetorical question. But since you guys are acting like it's not part of the government, hello, that's another fact that you guys have to take into consideration. The government was closed, so now it's backed up. So how is it my fault that I couldn't get my ID in a timely manner because we had the longest shutdown in U.S. history? So you're blaming me for it? So now I'm up there, right? I'm getting $1 million a year or more than $1 million a year to be, you know, arguing with Donald Trump up there. Yeah, I'm one of the Democratic representatives. Yeah, I still choose to keep the government closed if he doesn't sign these papers. Like, you don't even make any sense right now. You don't make any sense right now. You guys are the only bank acting like douches because it's the truth. Every other bank that knows that the government was shut down so people that their IDs expired and they couldn't get them backed up because now this was my appointment around this time. When the government shut down, when my ID expired in August, they was like, oh, sir, we don't have no appointments till like October 30th through November 5th. So how is that my fault? How is that my fault that the DMV is backed up? You guys have to take all this stuff into consideration. I don't care. You guys are a bank. So I don't want to hear no excuses. Or you're going to say Chase is not a bank. Or you're going to say Bank of America is not going to bank. You're going to say Chime is not going to bank. U.S. Bank is not a bank. None of these banks that I have, and I have the biggest banks in the United States, none of them said, well, Alex, since you ID expired and it's your fault that the government is shut down and there's delays in DMV, we're going to close all your accounts because we needed further verification and your ID is expired. Do you hear how idiotic that sounds? You know how pissed I would have been if Chase would have closed my account down when they're the ones who received my direct deposit from YouTube, my money from YouTube. You know how pissed I would have been? You guys need to think clearly. The government shutdown affected whatever, made things worse for whatever was going on before. So if there was already a delay because of the real IDs, because you can't sit here and lie to me and tell me that in Texas they're not requiring the real ID. You cannot sit here and lie to me. And there's a huge delay because of the real ID situation. Okay? So you guys are supposed to take all of that into consideration. So that's why I'm so pissed. Because that bonehead department that should give you guys the power, because if you guys are saying they're an external team we can't speak to, that's always a lie. You know how many times I heard Bank of America tell me that, and then they got tired of me calling, yo, Jennifer, you're going to deal with this shit. Sir, yeah, you're not supposed to be transferred over here, but yeah, you called way too many times, and that looks bad on our end, and we're going to get, one of us is going to get fired. So what seems to be the problem, Mr. Febres? And Jennifer solved my issue. I said, okay, so why couldn't I talk to you if supposedly this is an internal thing? Don't tell them to do your dirty work so then I curse them out when it's you that needs to be cursed out. And I cursed her the hell out. Do you think she can't close my Bank of America account? No, the hell she does. She didn't, because I spent thousands of dollars on my credit card. So no, sir, you have, I'm sorry, I apologize. You have every right to be mad. You're 100% correct. From now on, when you want to talk to us, we're not going to tell the reps to tell you there's an external BS, like you said. We're just going to let them transfer you directly to us. Because I'm like, that's not fair. How are you letting other people get cursed out because of you? Not supposed to be letting other people get cursed out because of you. I would not sit there in my job and tell one of the other security officers to get cursed out because of me. Yo, go tell this rep that. Go tell this person that. And tell them I'm not here. Tell them that my phone is disconnected. Tell them that, that I'm not here when I'm the supervisor. Tell them I'm not here. Oh, yeah, tell them I'm not here. Tell them that, my phone got disconnected. That's not part of the policy. That's an internal system that you got to go through. That's all BS. It's all BS. They just don't like talking to people after they piss them off. They want you to take the blame for it. They want you to get cursed out. And if, to be honest with you, if you're not getting paid enough money, I would put a formal complaint. No, there's people like pissing people off, and then we got to deal with the wrath and the aftermath of it. So no, it's not fair to me, because that's what I was doing my job. I'm that serious. Alex, tell them, because Michael's my manager. Tell them Michael's not here. No. Hell no. Nope. This person is pissed off. Michael's gonna talk to this person. Yo, Michael, for real, bro. All right, Alex, I'm going over there now. That's it. I'm not gonna sit here and get cursed out for nobody else. No way, Jose. You get paid more than me, Michael. You deal with this situation. That's what you get paid for. It's not for me to do your dirty work and have some customer pissed off at me. Because it's facts what I'm saying. The government was closed. My appointment fell on the time that the government shutdown happened. So how is that my fault? So like I said, you could tell that department, unfreeze my account, let me transfer my funds, and we're Gucci. We're good. I'll take my money back out, sell it back to Bank of America, and we're good. And then you guys could close the account, which is the most inconsiderate thing I ever heard of a bank doing in the government shutdown. But that's completely fine. And just because by law I have to tell you, I am doing a YouTube live stream right now, and I have a lot of people watching. Because I wasn't joking with you guys when I said I was going to do a YouTube live stream. I told you guys I'm not the one to mess with. So all my subscribers on YouTube are seeing what you guys do. In the middle of a government shutdown, you guys don't give a crap about people. You guys just want to, blame people, especially if I told you it was in August. Understand if my ID would have been expired in June, July, I don't know, January of this year, then you guys could have said something like this. But 3 months ago, maybe, common sense will tell you, ding, 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 this person's ID expired. You know, everybody's trying to get the real ID. Maybe his let me ask him if his date, his date for the picture was around the time the government shutdown happened. Oh yeah, it did. Oh my God. So yeah, he can't be blamed that he got pushed all the way to January 15th. That's not his fault. So that's what I was trying to explain to your other rep, but she acts like, she was acting like a dodo bird, the person that sent me with you. She acts like, DMV in all states is not part of the government. I guess she thinks it's a privately owned place that we go get our licenses and go get our plates and get our plates replaced and go register our cars and stuff like that. I guess she thought that was privately owned. That I forgot Bill Gates owns that, or maybe Elon Musk owns that.
All right, so once again, I do apologize. So the procedure, like the process, you open up an account online, you receive a DocuSign to upload photo ID. That's the process.
I know, Miss, but
so nothing went out of.
Yeah, it went out of because you guys waited till I received the debit card. Like I said, this is all recorded on both ends. You guys waited till I received the debit card, waited till I put in the money. And then after I tried Apple Pay, so that means if I would have never tried Apple Pay, I probably would have never. And I just received the DocuSeries now, yesterday. Yesterday was when you guys sent it to me. Yesterday, because I have the emails as proof.
Your photo ID was expired. When did that come? I'm not understanding. I'm sorry.
Okay. Saturday, I try to put it right. Then Monday of this week
Where?
on Apple Pay. On Apple Pay.
Well, you tried to put the card, but I understand. When did you do your ID and then it was told, okay, your ID is expired? When did
Tuesday. Yesterday. That's what I'm trying to explain to you why I'm so upset. I don't understand how you don't understand that.
No, but okay, I asked when did you receive the DocuSign? You're saying you never.
Yesterday. But that's right. I never received it when I first signed up to the account, so you don't get confused. So Wednesday of last week, when I first signed up for the account online, I never received it. That's what I'm telling you. After I went and I tried to put it on Apple Pay, that's when the rep said, well, it's not letting me put it on Apple Pay. You got to go to a branch. When Apple knows who registers these cards, man. Apple has more money than you guys. Apple's worth $3.5 trillion. Trillion. They could be a bank right now. They're worth trillions. They're worth more than any bank. Chase is only worth 1.2 trillion. Apple's worth $3.5 trillion. They're up there with Microsoft. Microsoft is worth 2.5 trillion. So you're talking about $1 trillion company. You think they're not going to know who's the one that authorizes the card? Is you guys for Apple Pay, of course. So that's what I'm telling you. Instead of your rep telling me, have you received a DocuSeries? Maybe that's why, but no, because he said no, because it let me, your card is active. So I don't see why would they let it activate if you needed the DocuSign. So your own rep on a recorded line on Saturday said, I don't know why this card is not working if it's active, because if you didn't sign the docu, whatever it is that you guys call it, when he said on the recorded line, then the card should have never been activated. So that's what I'm saying. You guys are not even following your own protocol. You let me activate the card. And then all of a sudden yesterday, when I was complaining, that's when the rep said, well, did you get the DocuSign? We just sent it on Tuesday. Oh, did you get the DocuSign? I'm sorry. It was Monday. Did you get the DocuSign? No, I never received any DocuSign. Okay, well, that department said they're going to send it now. They're sorry that they didn't send it when you first activated the account. So you see, I get a sorry, an excuse. That's it. Sorry. Well, oops, I'm sorry. I forgot to do my job. You think if I forget to do my job at work, I won't be fired? Or you think I'm going to be able to just say I'm sorry? No, I'm sorry. I wasn't here all day. I didn't call to get somebody to replace me at the site. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit happens, right? I'm sorry. No, they'll give me the can. I don't care how long my supervisor was telling me today, anybody here is indispensable, Alex. Anybody could get fired at any time. Anybody, even me. So that's what I'm saying. So how the hell that department that you're talking about that's supposed to send me the DocuSign says, oops, I did it again. I was supposed to send it on Wednesday, but I sent it the other Monday. But I guess Alex will be okay. No, Alex is pissed the hell off. Alex has every right to be mad when people make mistakes because they work for you guys. They're a whole different department. Okay, if I can't talk to them, that's fine. But you need to tell them jackasses to unfreeze my account so I can check my funds. And if they say why, because you jackasses sent it to him on Monday instead of sending it to him on sooner, and he's right. Because you guys should have never let him activate the card. You guys should have never sent the card sooner than 14 days. He opened the account on Wednesday. You guys sent it to him on Saturday. But you guys should have that on file that I called on Saturday and activated the card. Because as soon as I got home when I got back from the mall, the card was there on top of the table. Or a matter of fact, I think it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. Friday was that I went out with my cousin. Yeah. So I signed up for the service. I signed up for the bank account on Wednesday, and Friday the card was here. Because like I told you, the bank is right 2 hours away. Why would it take 14 days if the bank is 2 hours away? So you guys, I got everything fast, but this is the issue. Your department is the one to blame, not me. Don't blame me. It's your department. Your department should have been sent me that DocuSign thing, and we would have never had this problem. Right now, I would have never put the money in because they would have said, well, sir, due to the non-verification, we suggest you shouldn't put the money in because, we would have to send it back to you through mail. We won't be able to, and they didn't say nothing like that. They're like, no, just fund the account. That's fine. Fund the account. And now that department wants to say, no, well, tell him we're going to, no, because it's their fault. I'm tired of people making mistakes, and then I'm the one who has to take the fall for it. No way, Jose. I don't do it at work. I'm not going to do it now. It's fine. That's your policy. Okay. Let me transfer my money out. That's all I want, man. And it shouldn't go. I shouldn't have to talk to a legal advisor over some $35. But if you guys want to take it that route, like I told you previous, I'm ready to, because all these calls will be screened and all my emails, I will give them to the legal advisor, and he'll see that you guys never sent me anything. And then when he talks to your legal advisor and says why this documentation wasn't sent earlier, I don't know. That's a good question. Let me ask these jackasses.
Can I place you on a brief hold, please?
That's fine.
Thank you. One moment.
Yeah, guys, arguing with M&T Bank because they let me open the account like you guys are here right now. And now they're trying to say that it's fraudulent because my ID expired when I was supposed to get my re-ID this month, but we all know the government shutdown happened. So that's why I'm being sarcastic with her, because they deserve sarcasm. I'm not cursing her out because she's not pissing me off. But the previous rep, before I started this live stream, I went ape shit on her ass. Seriously, I did. I went crazy on her because she's an idiot. She said, sir, the DMV is not part of the government. See, I choked. I choked. See? Because these people are idiots. That's why I just told her she shouldn't be working in a bank. How's she going to say, sir, the DMV is not part of the government? Then what the hell are they part of? Bill Gates owns all the DMVs in the United States. Come on, man. These people did not go to school, guys. These people did not go to school. And like I said, I'm going to talk about tech as soon as I get off the phone with them. But, this is part of tech. Banks are big tech giants. But it's true what I told her. And that's why she didn't argue. She knows it's a fact. Apple knows who you have to talk to authorize your card on Apple Pay. And that's their number, the number that I'm calling. That's why she didn't say shit. That's why she stayed quiet. Because I do my research, guys. Apple is worth right now $3.5 trillion with a T. Microsoft is worth $2.5 trillion, not too far from Apple. It's crazy, yo. These companies are worth more than billions. More than billions, guys. More than billions. So, all I want is my money. That's all. They don't want to let me. They don't want to let me keep the account. That's fine. Let me get my money. Which I would love to stay with the account, but they're being douches. How they're gonna do that? And they know that right now we were going through a government shutdown, and they expect me to just pull out an ID out of my butt or something to keep this PG-13. They expect me to get a ID printed out my butt or something. I guess I'm gonna fart out an ID, guys. a brand new ID. That's the real ID. That's like a passport. So yeah, so that's just crazy. That is crazy. Nah, bro, it's true. OG Tech. How the hell she's gonna be such an idiot? She's gonna say that the DMV motor vehicles is not part of the government. So that's why I told her, who owns it? Is it Elon Musk? Do I need to hit up Elon Musk? Is it Bill Gates? Who owns it? If it's not part of the government, if it's some how you call that, privately owned, who owns it? Crazy, guys. I'm telling you, crazy. And that's why she put me on hold, because she's talking to them idiots right now. Because they are idiots. I was like, if they want me to close the account, okay, that's fine. But they need to let me get my money out. You guys think I'm going to give gas money to my cousin to go all the way to Newark? Newark is next to East Rutherford Mall, the American Dream Mall. So I'm going to drive basically all the way to the American Dream Mall, not to go to the mall, but to take $35 out of an account. Get the hell. That's why I cursed the other girl out. Because she pissed me off. She was like, it's $35. I was like, I don't give a shit. I worked for that $35. I'm not out here on the corner slinging crack. No disrespect to anybody that does it, but I'm just saying. Yes, I'm here.
Are you still with me? Okay, thank you so much for your patience. All right, so. All right, your phone ID from your employer, is that state issued? Your work badge?
My work badge? No. It's not state issued. I think it is, because I work for a legit company, so. But I don't know how the work, the work IDs work. I don't know if they're state issued, if they're not state issued. I never asked. He said, here, this is what you got to wear at work, and that's it.
Right. Okay.
Just like my friends that do security for the Social Security building. They just got an ID. I don't know if it's issued by the government or or what. Or I don't know if it's the private business that owns the security company, the ones that issue it. But it does have, like I said, I do have my SORA too, my security officer license, and that's issued by the police. So yeah, it's state issued. The police is the one that gives us our security officer licenses, the New Jersey State Troopers. So in Texas, it would be the Texas State Troopers that give your security officers their license.
Okay. All right. So I was just trying to get some more information on what would be acceptable for you to upload. Sir,
I mean, that should be
uploaded,
but miss, security officers' IDs, that's crazy. That's like telling my cousin that's a police officer, we can't use your police officer license. Well, it is my license. It's a security officer license. It is a license, but it could be an identification too. So that's what I'm saying. That's like saying if I was a police officer right now that was going through this and saying, no, we can't use your police officer license ID to verify you. Like, that's just crazy. How is a passport going to be more trustworthy than something, a police officer ID or a security officer ID or a sheriff officer's ID? That's just crazy.
Passport is what is acceptable when you go to different countries.
No, but one of your reps told me that a passport would be, that I could send. And even there, on your thing, on your, what is it that you guys call it again? To verify people? That thing that you're telling me about, it says passport on there. It says license, passport, or the ACU thing. It says license on the top, the middle one is passport, and the one in the bottom is state IDs.
Right. Your question was, why are we accepting passport? Passport is what is acceptable when you go to different countries. It's acceptable.
No, I understand that, but I live in the United States. I don't travel, and I'm from Puerto Rico, so I don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico.
Okay. All right. So I know you said that to get your ID, they are running behind the state of New Jersey.
Correct, because of the government shutdown. It made it worse. My appointment was on the 1st of this month. and the government was shut down. Still, the government just opened up like 2 or 3 days ago.
Correct.
So I can't do nothing about that. So that's why that department needs to be lenient in certain situations. You know, there's rules, but there's times where you can bend the rule if it's something out of that person's power. You know, I can't tell Donald Trump, yo, you guys need to get along. Hurry up, because I need my real ID. I was supposed to go to a motor vehicle today and take the picture so they can send it to me. And because you guys having this closed down, they're gonna like, who the hell is this? Yo, get him out of here. So, like I said, that's not my fault. That's not my fault if the government decided to stay shut down for the longest time in history. And I was not just me; millions of people were affected by this over here in New Jersey.
Correct, yeah. But see, nobody is saying that that's your fault. We do have to follow policy. The account was opened up online. DocuSign is sent for you to upload photo ID.
No, I understand, but the problem no, but like I said, the issue that I have with DocuSign is that it was sent days later after the Apple Pay incidents happened. Then I was like, hold on, why do I gotta go to a branch? And then when I tried it again, the second rep on Monday was the one who told me, oh, well, I just got in touch with another department that says that they need a picture of your ID or your license, and they're going to send you this DocuSign, thing on your email. I said, fine. So I uploaded the back and front of my ID, but of course it says expired August 11th of 2025. So, the issue that I have with that is that my ID hasn't been expired for a year. For 6 months, it's been 2 months. Well, 2 months. Because you can't count August. August 11th to to October 11th is 1 month. And then October 11th to November 11th is 2 months. So that's the issue that I'm having with that. And on top of that, like I told you, the whole situation with the government was out of my control. And I'm not gonna waste money on a passport. I usually just check people's passports at work when I need, when they say, "Oh, I'm here for a visa on 6 months of work," or "I'm here visiting and I don't have a ID." Okay, well, let me see your passport. So that's the only issue that I have with that department should take into consideration, or you guys as a whole, that the government shutdown happened. Because like I said, every bank from Capital, I even got Capital One. Capital One even sent me an email. If you're one of the people that were affected by the government shutdown and you couldn't get your new ID and your ID expired in this year, no worries. We're still going to keep doing business with you. And if you're opening a new account, you're still going to be able to open the new account with the expired ID, due to the fact that you're not liable or responsible for the government shutdown. And that's exactly what Chase said, Bank of America, and everybody else. So like I said, you guys are the only bank that's having an issue with this, knowing that, the government shutdown happened. Because, in other terms, you guys are saying, well, we don't give a crap about you. We don't care if you're going to put 2-page, 3-page checks. We don't give a shit what you're putting in here. This is, hey, I understand, but it sucks for you. That's on you. The government shutdown happened when you had your appointment. That's on you. They can't do nothing about it. And it's not our fault that New Jersey's backed up either. It's not my fault either.
No, it's not. Your appointment was when?
November 1st. Mm-hmm.
You opened the account when? When did you open the account?
It was last Wednesday. What's today? The 18th. So last Wednesday.
Today's the 19th.
Mm-hmm. It was last Wednesday. Let me see. I got it. Because I usually screenshot everything.
So the account was open knowing that the ID was expired.
Correct. Yeah, I know my ID was expired. But since I never had a bank, approve anything without asking for identification first, I thought, okay, well, that's common sense, right? If every other bank tells you to verify yourself before you proceed and open the account, and you got a bank that lets you open the account, you're gonna be under the assumption, okay, when it's time to verify me, then they're gonna have to understand that my ID's expired. You get what I'm saying? So you can't use that reverse psychology and say, well, you knew that your ID was expired, sir. But I also know that every other bank doesn't let you open an account without further verifying you. And then the fact that, like I said, we're going around in circles. We're literally going around in circles because I told you it was that department's fault for waiting till Monday when this account was open Wednesday. The debit card got here Friday, activated debit card, and wait all the way till Monday to send me that DocuSign thing. That should have been done from the rip, from the beginning. That should have been done. Okay, well, we need to verify this person. Let's get him to sign this DocuSign right away, so ASAP. And that was never done. So that's what I'm saying. That's not my fault. You got, you make your mistakes. You make your mistakes. You got to be held accountable for your mistakes. I made mistakes at work before, and I didn't sugarcoat anything, or I didn't try to play reverse psychology with my boss or my supervisor or my manager. No, I effed up, guys. I am sorry. You're right. I did this wrong. This never happen again. And that's exactly what, most companies like to do, even banks. Like I said, you're talking to a YouTuber. You're talking to somebody that's made 1,000 live streams talking to different companies when they try to do the same thing, use reverse psychology. Well, Alex, didn't you know this yet? But you let this go, and now you have a problem. You're right. You know what? I'm just gonna stop. You're right. You're right. I give up. You're right. It's our fault. You're right. Okay.
The DocuSign was sent on the 14th of November. Last Friday.
I didn't receive nothing. I went to my email. I got the screenshot for free. I did not receive nothing. And Friday was the same day that I tried to activate Apple Pay. You see? So how convenient is that? I try to activate Apple Pay, it doesn't go through, and all of a sudden I receive that DocuSign. There you go. That's a fraud. That's a fraud alert right there. That is most definitely, Miss. Legally, you can't lie to me. You cannot tell me that's not a fraud alert. So can you just get me over to your fraud department, and I would highly appreciate it.
Once again, I do apologize for the inconvenience. The fraud department would not be able to assist with this. Okay?
Yes, because they're the ones who flag things. So you can't sit here and lie to me. Like I said, I got way too many credit cards, way too many bank accounts. I know what I'm talking about. Your fraud department is the one that flags things. Okay? They're the ones who flag things. And I don't know why you guys are lying and saying, no, this is an internal place that you can't. Yes, you could. Because if I would have had this account open last year and I would have went through fraud right now, I would be talking to him, right? Yes, Mr. Fredbears, you're 100% right. You wouldn't be talking to me, you'd be talking to fraud because your account would have been up to date and somebody took the money and it wasn't you and you're in New Jersey and somebody used your card in Florida. So how can you be working in New Jersey and at Florida unless you got a double finger? You got a twin or you got a phone somewhere, which that doesn't exist. They can clone chickens and animals, but they can't clone you. That's physically impossible. So yeah, I can't be in two different places at the same time. So that being
like the funds, right?
Yeah. So correct. So if they don't want to talk to me because they're scared that I'm gonna curse them out, no, I don't have to go to a branch. Did I have to go to a branch to put the money in, or did I sell it to you? Answer the question.
It did come in as a. It was.
Okay. So it should leave as a sell, right? Yes, Mr. Fredbread. I shouldn't have to drive no tour. Are you going to give me the money for the tolls? Or are you going to give me gas money to drive all the way up to almost East Rutherford, New Jersey, next to New York? I can see New York from East Rutherford, New Jersey. So are you going to give me the money for the tolls? Are you going to pay me for my gas to go all the way up to North Jersey?
The other option is to wait the 2 weeks, or then we'll do.
Yeah, but I'm not waiting 2 weeks. I'm not waiting 2 weeks because you guys didn't have to wait 2 weeks. Like I said, you guys dropped the ball on this, and you guys are trying to blame me. That's the whole point. The docu, whatever the hell it's called, should have been sent on Wednesday. Right when I got the email, congratulations, your account has been opened. Boom! Further documentation is needed to keep this account open. Not wait till I fund the account, I receive the debit card, and then tell me to verify something. And then you guys are not even taking into consideration that the government shutdown happened. So I'm glad I'm doing a live stream because they see it. Everybody's seeing how you guys handle this. That's the lovely part. That is the lovely part. That is the lovely part. Anybody, if you think I'm joking, you can look up my channel. Oh shit, he was on it. Oh shit, he is doing it. I don't joke around. Everybody's seeing how you guys handle it. In crisis. The longest shutdown in U.S. history. You guys dropped the ball because trust me, I'm gonna get in contact with the FCC. Definitely, and the DOJ, and the Better Business Bureau. Get in contact with all three to see if the way that you guys are doing things is the correct way. Because if you're not, then you deserve a fine. Like I got T-Mobile fined years ago on YouTube because they were lying about something and they got like a $1.5 million lawsuit. So I hope you guys got money to cover that. Because you guys are not above Capital One, you're not above Chase, you're not above Bank of America, you're not above U.S. Bank, you're not above Citibank, you're not above none of these banks. And all these banks ask you right when you put your social after, verify right here. Identity verification before further processing. Okay? And that's exactly what you guys should be doing. Not bamboozle. That's how bad you guys think customers that you need to bamboozle them. You know what? This is clickbait. We're gonna let them get the account, right? And then if we can't help them here, we're gonna send them to a branch. Doesn't matter how far the branch is, we're gonna send them to a branch. Doesn't matter if we're not paying their gas money. So, like I said, miss, just do your job, get over to them idiots, and tell them to unfreeze my account so I can transfer the money. That's it. We're done. It's not a big deal. You heard on a recorded line T-Mobile Business say that I am who I say I am. So what is the issue? How you act like the person was talking in Japanese, Spanish, my language, or another language that you couldn't understand. That's how really you're acting right now. Because you heard, do I need to call Boost Mobile too? Because I could call Boost Mobile too and make you feel stupid. What's the address? Da-da-da-da. What's the name? Da-da-da-da. 2 different cell phone carriers. One is business, one's a regular account. Regular postpaid account like the one you got. So I don't have a problem doing that. This is what I do on YouTube too. I like making people feel stupid. I get pleasure out of that. That's definitely a happy. It's happy for me to make people feel stupid after a stressful day at work, dealing with rude people all day that don't got no common sense. So of course, that's why I took out my frustrations on the previous. When you talk to a security officer, you hear it clear, or a police officer or a sheriff's officer, the last thing you want to do is piss them off. Because they already had a stressful day as it is, being called a pig and all this disrespectful things that people like to say to us, to then get on the phone or what a bank that wants to lie and wants to cover their own ass. But you can't cover your own ass because all this is being recorded on both ends. On this live stream and on here. What's up, Brooke? That's crazy. It's funny. I know, because they act like they didn't make a mistake, Brooke. They act like they didn't make a mistake. They're trying to wipe their hands off, bro. I mean, you hear them. They don't even care about the government shutdown. Even cell phone companies care about the government shutdown, giving you extra data on your prepaid line. But here goes M&T Bank making mistakes, lying about receiving an email they're sending me an email that I never received. Never received it until Monday, guys. You know they're going to cover their tracks. They're going to be like, oh my God, no, we're going to lie. Well, they're not lying because they're not the ones on the recorded line. They get her to lie. Like if she gets
Can I place you on a brief hold?
Mm-hmm.
Can I place you on a brief hold, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. 1 moment.
Yep. Oh. Get paid to lie. To lie. So I'm exposing the crap out of TMNT Bank. Because they're clearly dummies. I don't think they went to school. Seriously, I don't think they went to school. Yeah, that's just crazy. And then you hear her trying to use reverse psychology. Well, sir, I knew your identification was expired. Duh. But I also know that you guys let me open the account. Dummy. So she can't win with me. That's why she stays quiet. Watch. She's gonna get them to unfreeze my account so I can get my money back. Watch. So I can transfer it out, guys. Because $34 is $34. Shit. I had to sell one of my I sold both of my phones yesterday just to get money because of these dummies. I sold the Blue F5 and the Umi Digi K9 5G. You know the phones that I unboxed last year? I sold them both to my brother. He said I want both of them. I want to have one that's a spare phone. So I was like, all right, give me 100 and give me 190 for both of them. He did. So that's the only reason I'm not broke right now because I don't get paid from YouTube till freaking Friday, and I don't get paid for my job. Let me see if I'm paid. It's supposed to be somewhere. Let me see if I got my money. Nope, I haven't got my money. Damn, I was all happy, guys. I was like, yes, my direct deposit came in. Got him. Direct deposit, nothing. And look, even Chime says it's payday. God, Chime, I'm waiting for my freaking direct deposit to come in. So yeah, guys. So I hate when bro is going through it. Yeah, I am. I am, bro. I am. Yeah, I'm Des. Gosh, Justin. Justin, yeah, bro. Is that? Hold on. Let me see, man. You guys know I'm dyslexic. It's hard for me to read certain things. I hate being dyslexic. But this is right. Yep. 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 Because it's true, bro. It's true. I shouldn't have to deal with none of this BS. Oh, your name is Jordan. 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 My bad, Jordan. Yeah, Jordan, bro. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, like what? God Lord, bro. How you gonna let somebody open an account, right, and not send them the verification? I opened the account on Wednesday, right, and they wait till Friday, which that's a lie. They actually sent me the documentation that I had to fill out on Monday, and then they were like, "Oh, go to." I'm not going to no branch. Not even if guys. If I would have had my license right now, right, if motor vehicles wasn't so backed up like it is, right, and I would have took my driver's license and I would have had my driver's license right now, I would not drive to East Rutherford, New Jersey, to get no damn $35 because M&T Bank is not going to pay my gas or the tolls that I got to pay to go over there. There's tolls you got to pay to get up to North Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not doing that, man. I'm not. I'm not no dummy. I'm not sitting here doing whatever she wants me to do. No, that's not how shit works. But she's trying to lie and say it's not the fraud department. Yes, it is the fraud department. The fraud department is the ones that wants the further verification, and they're the ones who locked my account. They're trying to say that I'm not who I say I am. And that's why she's like, no, I can't get you. Get the hell out of here. The fraud department is not no internal place you can't talk to. That's why I told her. How about if this would have been fraud right now? Would I be talking to you? Real fraud that somebody would have opened my account, an account under my name without my prop, without my, authorization. Hell out of here. M&T got some dummy reps. I'm serious. Because I swear, I never heard Bank of America reps or Chase reps or not even freaking Chime reps sound like any one of these. Like these people, they need to go. They need to take retraining. Seriously, they need to take retraining. Retraining. But she thought I was joking. She thought I wasn't gonna go live. This guy I know, YouTuber. Now she's talking to me. Oh man, you got a large story. She's hoping I'm gonna hang up, and I don't want to hang up, guys. I refuse to hang up. They need to give me my money. I'm not waiting no 14 days like I told them. They didn't have to wait no damn 14 days for me for them to get the money. It was Zelled, like she said. You heard it clear. I Zelled it to them. So I want my money back. Shit, money doesn't grow on trees. Money does not grow on trees. How about my face with that video? People out of her neck. But of course I'm good. And I'm even calling from the Boost Mobile number that I'm registered the account. So she's dumb because the Boost Mobile is a postpaid. It got my social. So my name comes out of her caller ID. So she's just dumb. Dumber than a bag of rocks. So yes, bro. Booker, yes I am, bro. I'm definitely going through it, bro. So I want my money. And I'm keeping it PG-13 because of YouTube. That's the only reason I'm not cursing at her. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I'm keeping it PG-13 because of YouTube. But people need to know the reality of M&T Bank and how grimy they are, and how they want to wipe their hands after they're the ones who made the mistake. They're the ones who made the mistake. They're dumb. They're supposed to send me they were supposed to make me verify the same day I opened the account, not wait almost a week later. We're gonna send Alexander a verification now. Joseph, it's been almost a week. Oh, who cares? I'm gonna send it to him now. So M&T Bank is a joke. And if any big superiors from M&T Bank see this, I advise you guys to do what everybody else says. Don't. You guys are a bank. I don't want to hear that BS talking about some. No, we don't have to do what Chase does. We don't have to do what Bank of America does. Yes, but fudge, you do. You have. If you're gonna come out, you're gonna pull out the verification card. Then you need to verify people just like everybody else does. You don't get no special treatment. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you so much for your patience. I do apologize for that extended hold. All right, so the restraint is on the account for your security. The next step it requires for you to identify yourself. You have to do that at the branch, okay? There's no more criminal move that I do apologize. You would have to step in to branch.
So I gotta go 2 hours, right? 2 hours, pay toll, pay gas to get $35. That's basically what you're telling me. Like if you guys had a branch that was at least 20 minutes away from my house, that doesn't exist. That just doesn't make any sense. And no, it's not. You're not making any sense right now because basically you guys are saying that I'm not who I say I am. I called T-Mobile. I called Boost Mobile yesterday. I mean, I got my work ID. I got my security officer license. So how can somebody have all these documents if they're not who they say they are? That doesn't make any sense. That's why you guys are not making any
sense. I would
sense
have those items with you when you step into the branch, though.
Huh?
Have those items with you.
I'm not driving 2 hours. Are you guys gonna refund me the money for the gas? Are you guys gonna give me the money for the tolls? That's the whole point here. That's what you're not understanding. And the only reason I'm not cursing you out is because I don't want my live stream to be demonetized because I lose money that way. You feel me? If I wasn't on a live stream right now, I swear to God on all 4 of my kids that I would be going off on you. And I don't care if you hang up. I'll call again. I will keep calling. You don't know me. I told you, these companies do not want beef with me. I am banned from companies because I made them look bad on YouTube. And I mean banned. Like I'm not allowed to get their service ever again. I am banned from Capital One for making a live stream on them and people calling them and canceling their cards and shit. I am banned from Capital. They sent me a cease and desist letter in the mail saying that I'm never, ever, ever again allowed to have a Capital One bank account or a credit card. And that I didn't have to finish paying my credit cards. So I'm telling you, I'm not the one to play with. And right now, people are watching. You guys made the mistake. I don't have to pay for your mistakes. I'm giving you other options to verify. Calling my business account. You heard it for your own ears. So I don't know what's the joke. I don't understand what's the joke. Same address, the same name. The ID has the same address, same name. The only thing that it was expired 2 months ago. You guys should have never let me open the account without verifying me. Now, you guys did, of course they're gonna lie and say, yeah, we sent it on Friday. I received shit. I got proof. I got my email. That doesn't show no damn verification on Friday. So that's what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to go on and beyond to get my money back. You guys didn't have to wait. That shit was Zelle directly. Or do you want me to call Bank of America right now and make you feel stupid? And ask the rep, where did I sell this $35 to? M&T Bank. Because I can do that on the live stream. I told you I like making people feel stupid. My subscribers are laughing.
So once again, I do apologize. So this conversation it's not being productive at all. I have told you.
Because you need to get me over to, okay, and I already told you, get me over to the fraud department. You're not doing your job. Because when the DOJ, I'm not joking, when the DOJ contacts your corporate department, if you don't lose your job, you're going to be lucky. And I'm not joking with you. I would not be putting my livelihood on another department. You're never supposed to stick out your neck for somebody that doesn't sign your paychecks. Okay? Remember that. Just like where I work at, if we had no customers, they wouldn't need security, right? I would have no job, right? So just like if there was no customers for M&T Bank, would you have a job? No, Mr. Febres, you're 100% correct. You and millions others is the reason why I get a paycheck. So like I told you, you're not talking to your common Joe. You're not. I just want you to do your job. Because I'm not joking. When the Better Business Bureau contacts corporate and they hear this and they contact me and I let them see the live stream, you're going to get fired. I can guarantee that. Why didn't you send them over to, he told you he was on the live stream, had like a whole bunch of people watching. Why didn't you give them over to the fraud department? Oh, sir, because I didn't think it was necessary. Yes, it is. You're talking about verification of him. It is the fraud department. It's the fraud department for cell phone companies when they need further verification. So it's for the banks too. So don't sit there and lie. I already told you you're not talking to your common Joe. I'm not one of your regular customers. So why can't you just do your job? All right, sir, you know what? You won. I'm sending you over the phone. Because fraud is the ones that wants that documentation. So I want to talk to them on the phone. It's not your job to stop me from talking to fraud. Because you guys are stating just because my ID has been expired for 2 months that I'm not who I am. Even after I called Team Mobile. And it's a business account. You heard the guy say, welcome to T-Mobile Business. How can I help you? Like, that's mind-blowing. It is a business account. It's crazy, yo. That is crazy. Crazy as hell. So like I said, I'm not going 2 hours. I already told you. You guys are automated. You either unlock my account so I can transfer my funds back over because you guys aren't even making any sense. The security questions that I put for my to get into my account are questions that I only would know. So you're not making any type of sense. Any type of sense. And that's why I'm going to get in contact with the Better Business Bureau. Because even Bank of America has other ways to verify me when my identity, like right now that my ID is expired. Oh, Alex, which one of these people do you know and are your son, daughter, or best friend? Blah, 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 blah. That's my daughter. Okay, we got another one. In what states, which of these states did you live in? Blah, 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 blah. Boom, that one. Correct. For the third question, what is your mother's middle name? Who is this? Which one of these people do you know? That's my best friend. for the last 25 years. Correct. And that is your mom's middle name. Correct. You are fully verified. You got your account. And even T-Mobile Business has that if somebody's ID is expired. Or they send you a 6-digit password to the phone that you registered the account with. So I don't understand how you guys get away from not doing anything else that Bank of America does, Chase, like if you guys are bigger than them, when you're not. So you can't sit here and make up your own rules just because you're a different bank. That doesn't apply. I don't think so. The FCC was even talking about that. Especially, that's why I love the FCC now that they're Republicans. They don't take no shit and they don't play. They'll find anybody that's doing things wrong. And I guess you guys forgot that. Because I'm pretty sure you're Democrat too. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, trust me. After I get my money, I'm never going to try M&T Bank again. After this experience, I'm Gucci, guys. I mean, look, she doesn't even want to do her job. She knows I'm not lying. That's why she's fired. She's lying on a recorded line. No, you can't talk to fraud. Yes, I could, because fraud department is the one that's saying that I'm not cool. That's saying it just doesn't make any sense. That's like T-Mobile telling me we can't get you over to fraud. That's the first thing you're gonna do. Well, sir, we're gonna get you over to fraud because fraud is gonna ask you some security questions that only the person that's Alexander Febres would know. No problem. Boom, you passed it with flying colors. Here you go, sir. It don't make no damn sense. No damn sense whatsoever. That's like when I called Social Security, when I lost my Social Security card, and they sent it to me through the mail. They asked me all these security questions. Where were you born? All these security questions. And I passed them with flying colors. And that's government. They even tell you on the recorded line, if you're somebody trying to impersonate somebody else, know that this is a federal crime and you will do a lot of time in prison if you're impersonating somebody else. So yeah, like I said, miss, just do your job, man. I don't understand what's so hard about you doing your job. I seriously don't understand. If somebody tells you transfer me to this department, that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to sit here and go around in circles, because that's not what they pay you for. And I'm pretty sure corporate is not going to be too happy either. You guys made this guy do a fucking live stream after he has Capital One banned him for doing live streams and having them on the live stream. Oh hell man! Who did this? I need to know who did this. You're fired. You are definitely fired. Definitely fired. You guys forget that influencers have power. That's the problem. You forget that, right? You definitely forgot that. You forgot that we're in the age of social media, where social media can make you famous or can have you damaged. And that's what you forget. So like I said, just get me over, do your job. You know, Brooke is watching you not want to do your job. Jordan is watching you not want to do your job. OG Tex. Oh shit, man. Oh, guys, share this live stream. Share it on your Facebook and Instagram. Share it on Twitter. Let's get more people in here, so people can see how Team M&T banks. As a matter of fact, let me share it on my Twitter. I got a lot of followers. And I'm going to share it on my TikTok that I got 32,600 followers. Let's get more people in this live stream. And they can hear how and I got 50,000 on Facebook. You share the Facebook thing. So people can see how M&T Bank is acting right now. They make the mistakes, and they think I'm supposed to appease them. I don't think so. I do not think so. That's not how it works.
Alright, sir. Once again, I do apologize.
But like I said, listen. All you have to do is all you need to do is get me over to the fraud department. End the story. Why are you speaking for a department you don't even work in? You got people on my live stream laughing at you. You're speaking for a department you don't even talk. You're not report them to the FCC. I am going to report them to the FCC, guys. And I'm going to let the FCC. I'm going to send them I'm going to download this live stream, and I'm going to send the FCC and DOJ and the Better Business Bureau a copy of this live stream, so they can listen to how they actually handle this. No, you haven't provided. I told you to do your job. I told you to get me over to the fraud department. I told you to get me over. Apologizing, it doesn't mean nothing to me. I already told you to get me over to the fraud department. You don't want to do your job. That's the problem. You want to go around in circles. Look, she hung up. She thinks I'm not gonna call back. I'm calling back, bro. I'm not joking. I'm not playing around. I want my damn money. I want my damn money. That money does not belong to M&T Bank. It belongs to me. They think I'm joking.
Welcome to M&T Bank. All calls may be recorded so that we can review and continually improve the experience we deliver to our customers. Para español, oprima 9.
But and look, I asked to speak in Spanish and watch it be English speaking record. So on purpose, I'm gonna talk Spanish.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Enter your card number.
No, because I want to talk to somebody in Spanish and watch. In Spanish, it's
Welcome to M&T Bank. All calls may be recorded so that we can review and continually improve the experience we deliver to our customers. Para español, oprima 9. Un momento, mientras te transfiero a un representante. Para mejorar la seguridad del cliente, monitorear la calidad y mejorar la experiencia del cliente.
they're talking about how they gotta record the call for training purposes and all. Watch this person speaking.
Valerie, I'll be your online specialist tonight, and we will have the pleasure of speaking with
Do
you.
they speak Spanish? No. That's funny. Alexander Febres.
Is it okay if I call you by your first name, Alexander?
That is fine.
And how may we assist you tonight?
Okay. I'm having a huge issue. Your fraud department flagged my account, and I don't know why I can't speak to them. If they flag my account by law, I have the right to speak to them. By law.
Okay.
It's not something that they could just say, no, I can't talk to him. No, by law, they have to.
Okay, and I understand that, and I'm asking you, have you called them directly, or have you just been transferred to them?
No, I don't got their direct number.
Okay, I can give that to you. Would you like that?
Yep.
It's 1-800.
Okay, hold on. 1-800
269
269
8463.
8463. Okay, so I have a quick.
They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay, so I have a quick question for you, right? When you need further documentation, right? Like to upload somebody's personal information, whether it's their license, their ID, or their passport, that's fraud asking for that information, correct?
I'm not sure what's going on with your account, sir. Do you have an account number?
Yes, I do, but I'm asking you a question.
I can't answer that without an account number, so I can check your account out. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Hold on.
Identification purposes, can you please provide the first 5 digits of your... Just to clarify, you're asking about documents. So what documents are you...
That docu thing that you guys send by email that you need to upload your, like I told you.
Oh, the DocuSign?
Yep. Who's the one that sends that? Ain't that fraud department?
That can be the retail department. That can also be the branch can do that. And if your account is flagged, then it would have to go to the fraud department.
So okay, so what's the issue with my account? Because I was after.
Because you need the DocuSign. The DocuSign has to be completed before you can before anything else can be done. That was not completed when you opened your account.
Correct, because you guys never sent me anything. That's the problem here.
It goes into the email.
I know, but I never received it, miss. Why would I have to lie to you?
Okay.
I'm a grown man. I'm 43. I'm not a kid.
Sir, I'm not saying you're lying to me. I'm just saying it always gets email, but I can get you the department that can help you with the DocuSign. That's different than the fraud department. Can I put you on a brief hold and connect you?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for calling M&T. We appreciate your business. Please hold. I'll connect you now.
Okay. You see, guys, after she said, the previous manager and rep said that I was not allowed to talk to this company, to this part, because it's not internal. It's an external team. Now, after me calling and they know I'm on a live stream, what did she say? She got how you call that? She got defensive, and she said, you know what? I'm just gonna transfer him. That's exactly what she just did. And this is the department that supposedly, quote unquote, they were not allowed to transfer me to. Alexander Febers.
And Alexander, you have your account number?
Yes. Hold on.
And can you verify the first five of your social?
Okay, the reason for them transferring me over to you guys, it was because I need to know why, when I first signed up for the account, I didn't receive no information saying that I needed to identify myself, because I opened the account on Wednesday, I received the debit card on Friday, and then I didn't hear nothing about a DocuSign until I tried to put my card on Apple Pay. And right now, my debit card my ID's expired. Expired in August. I need the real ID. My appointment was on November 1st. Government shutdown. So that has nothing to do with it. That's out of my hands. If now I gotta wait till January 15th to get my real ID, to get any ID. Because even the regular ID, that's not a real ID. You still gotta wait till January. So how is that my fault? And so we don't go around in circles, because we're both grown, 43. I don't know how you are, but you sound mature. I don't want to go around in circles hearing that you knew your ID was expired and you still decided to open this account, because you guys should have done what every other bank does. And I don't want to hear we're not Chase, we're not Bank of America, we're not Capital One, we're not nobody, we're ourselves. I don't want to hear, because you guys are a banking institution, a financial institution. So every financial institution, by my eyes, and as far as I know that the FCC and the DOJ and the Better Business Bureau do the same thing. After you put your social on any one of the banks that I just told you about, it says, please DocuSign. Please upload a photo ID, front and back, or passport, or driver's license before we can open this account. You guys didn't do that. And then the previous rep that I was talking to for the last hour and some change, she was giving me BS, talking about they sent it to you on Friday. I got the proof. I didn't receive nothing on Friday. Nothing. So like I said,
She said it was sent to you on Friday. So if it was sent to you on Friday, it would take about 7 to 10 days to get to you in mail.
the what? The DocuSign?
The DocuSign would be something that you would have gotten an email on. We wouldn't send you paperwork in the mail. It would have been an email.
That's what I'm saying.
DocuSign would never be.
Yeah, correct. Correct, in the mail. Okay. But that's what I'm trying to say. And the email that I provided to you guys, it was never sent there. Never. Because I know why you guys did this. Because I forget, I'm a YouTuber. I have plenty of YouTuber accounts. I have different emails for different things. And the second time that I tried to sign up for M&T, I put the wrong email. So it told me, we're sorry, you tried to sign out with M&T with a different email. Can you please use the email that you tried to sign up with the first time? And I did. Boom. Okay, let it go through. So I don't understand why you guys want to flag something just because somebody's not allowed to have different. The question is that you guys are holding my money ransom, and I want my money. If you're not going to allow me, right? Because like I said, the government shut down. My appointment was on the 1st. My ID has only been expired for 2 months. If you guys don't want to do that, then unfreeze my account so I can sell my money back to Bank of America where I took it out of, and we're done. There's no reason to keep going around in circles because I'm not driving 2 hours. You or anybody that works in M&T Bank are not going to pay my tolls to go to East Rutherford, New Jersey to no branch. That's outrageous. It's 2 hours and a half. So I got to drive 2 hours and a half because of a mistake that you guys made. You guys made. Because I'm not the one who supposedly forgot to send the verification and send it on Friday. I never received it. And then let me finish. I'm gonna let you speak.
Because you're yelling, and there's no need for that.
But Miss, I'm not allowed to be upset when you're saying I'm not who I say I am.
Oh no. I'm not saying I never said that. Don't put words in my
Yes,
mouth.
you are. Because by you saying that because my ID, listen. By you saying that my ID is expired.
I can't help you if you're gonna keep yelling. And I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth. All I asked you is, hey, you're yelling. I just need you to bring it down a notch. That's it. Because it's literally giving me a headache. I understand your frustration. I understand your anger. I understand all of that. But if I can't help you if you're screaming at me.
Okay, but listen. Like I said, you guys, soon as I tried to add my card to Apple Pay, that's when this whole docu thing popped up. After I called, because they said call that department because I was having problems with Apple Pay. I'm trying to put it on my 17 Pro. Apple is worth 3.5 trillion. They could be a bank. They could be a bank, okay? So they know who's the one that I got to talk to when it doesn't let it go through. So they gave me the number to the people that just transferred me over to you, right? And when I spoke to them on the phone, they just kept saying, they kept on going around in circles. Then they said, oh, that department is internal. We can't let you talk to them. The only reason they transferred me over to you was because I was doing a live stream and they know they can lose their job. Because they're not supposed to lie. What's the whole point of lying? This is my identity. And it's not that serious listen.
Who lied about what? What was lied about?
Saying that you're an external department and I'm not allowed to talk to you. That's recorded on a live stream. Yes, I wasn't allowed to talk to you.
Whatever is on your live stream, that's between you and your live stream. I don't have anything to do with that.
Okay, but I'm telling you, your colleague, listen, your colleagues from the other department.
But again, my thing is the entire time you've been on the phone, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you've just been complaining. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm so happy that you're letting it out because I know it's frustrating. But I don't know what the problem is because you haven't said the problem. If you want to play if you want to put everything on us, hey, that's fine. I can take it. It doesn't bother me. But here's the thing. Like you stated earlier, we're adults. If you had this problem and it showed up, you live in New Jersey. There's a branch in New Jersey. All you had to do was go to the branch.
It's 2.5. Am I talking in Spanish? Son 2 horas y media donde yo vivo. Son 2 horas y media donde yo vivo. Now you understand?
Hey, absolutely not. But unfortunately, if there's nothing else I can do for you, I want you to have a
listen. All I want you to do is unfreeze my account, so I can send my money back to Bank of America. That's all I want.
Is not, sir. Your account is not frozen. So I don't know what
it doesn't let me.
About.
Okay, because it doesn't let me take out the money. Don't you? God, I swear to God, if it would have let me send the money, listen.
There's nothing frozen. Your account's not frozen. The card is not frozen.
So why can't I send the money back? So why can't I send? It says you cannot send. Look, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it says. I'm gonna try to send my money back to Bank of America. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it says. Exactly what it says. Because Jesus, we had a government shutdown and everything, and I'm being as respectful. I'm being as respectful as I can. You guys are really testing my patience.
What you're not understanding is the fact that you stated it earlier. You're grown. We don't know what you have. You set up the account. You wanted the account. We gave you the account. We're not responsible for your ID. We're not responsible for your responsibility.
Okay, but if there's backed up, okay. So if I say, listen, so okay, so it's not my fault either that the DMV is backed up. Okay, see, it says we are. Listen to what it says. It says we are sorry. At this time, this action cannot be fulfilled. Please call 1-800-256 259. Hold on, let me see what number that is. I'm sorry, 1-800-269-6463. You see, this action cannot be fulfilled. So it's not letting me send the money back through Zelle to Bank of America. So what does that mean? You guys closed my account.
It's not, because I'm looking here, and guess what? It's
So-
not blocked.
Oh,
No, your account is not blocked.
So what?
Why is it not doing that? I have no idea. But you know what? I can get you over to online, and they can help you out if that's what you would like. But again, I can't sit here and let you yell at me over something that I can't control.
Because the whole point is that every other bank doesn't let you even receive a debit card without verifying your identity. Like, that's just crazy.
But guess what?
And yes, you are. By you saying, listen, by you saying that my ID is expired and I can't keep the account, it is saying that I'm not Alexander Febres. You are admitting to saying that. That's exactly what you are saying. You're saying that I'm not who I am. Listen, you're saying that I'm not who I am. When I even called my T-Mobile business line, and it's recorded on your end, them saying that I am Alexander Febres and my address. That's all recorded. That is all recorded.
Are you going to let anybody talk, or are you going to just talk the entire time?
Because you're giving me BS. I told you that's not right in the beginning. I told you let's not go around in circles. No, because you're talking about an expired ID. You're talking about an expired ID when it's not my fault that the government. It's not my fault that the government shut down. Do I fucking work for the government, you dumbass? Damn. Jesus Christ, yo. That's M&T for you. M&T Bank, the best bank in America. Oh, shit. M&T Bank, where nobody knows how to do their job. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. That is crazy, guys. Well, she said she didn't care about the live stream, so you guys heard her speaking. She was like, oh, whatever you got going on with your live stream over there, that's what your live stream over there. And YouTube, let's make this clear. It's not my fault these idiots play this stupid music. Let's not say that my live stream is being demonetized. Let's not go there. Let's not go there because it's not my fault they're playing this stupid music. You guys need to understand that. When somebody's doing a live stream and they're putting somebody on blast, basically making sure that people know the piece of shit that M&T Bank is, you guys can't sit there and say, well, like she's saying right now, well, it's your fault. No, I don't want to hear about no demonetization on this live stream because of this piece of shit music. It's old music. It's not even Jay-Z. It's not Tupac. It's not Biggie. It's freaking old music. If it was so copyrighted, then why the hell does T-Mobile have it? PNC have it. Bank of America have it. Sprint had it. Freaking Boost Mobile have it. Who else? Cricket has the same whole music. If it was so copyrighted, people wouldn't have it. That's crazy, man. She's just hoping I hang up, guys. So you know what? I'm gonna call the jackasses on this number right here. And I'm like, yo, let me send my money through Zelle. Pastor. Oh, shit. Yeah, see, it is the
All calls may be recorded so that we can review and continually improve the experience we deliver to our customers. For assistance with your online banking, press 1. For assistance with your debit or credit card. Now, using your keypad, enter your account number or card number followed by the pound sign.
Hello?
Alexander?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, I have John on the phone, and he's going to further assist you, okay?
All right.
Okay. Hi, Alexander. Due to your aggressive treatment of our bankers, we're disconnecting this call right now.
Sir, I have every right to be mad. You guys are saying that I'm not who I say I am. So how do you expect somebody? Oh, he's a jackass. She got him to hang up. Get the hell out of here, bro. The rude behavior and your disrespect. I don't give a fuck about your bankers. How about that? I should have told them why I asked to speak in Spanish and you guys are still in English. Watch.
Welcome to M&T Bank. All calls may be recorded so that we can review and continually improve the experience we deliver to our customers. Para español, oprima 9.
Look, guys, I'm pressing 9.
Un momento, mientras te transfiero a un representante. Para mejorar la seguridad del cliente,
I'm gonna make them send me the
monitorear la
Spanish.
calidad
Watch.
y mejorar la experiencia del cliente, se pueden grabar todas las llamadas. Welcome to M&T Bank. My name is Renee. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Yes. Hold on.
Is it okay to call you by your first or your last name?
First name. Sorry.
Thank you, Alexandra. For authentication purposes, please provide the first 5 digits of your social. Thank you, and how can I assist you today?
Okay, I'm calling you because you guys froze my Zelle, and I'm trying to transfer my money back to Bank of America. So Zelle said to contact you guys.
I'm sorry about the inconvenience you're experiencing. However, just to clarify with you, for your because we froze your cell.
Yeah, like it says to call you guys. It says, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it says. Let me see. It says, we're sorry, but this action is not permitted at this time. Please call M&T customer service at, and it's your phone. Your phone.
Alright. Okay, I'll be happy to take a look. So I show that the account is currently under review, and until the review is completed, you will not be able to complete the sale transaction.
Correct. But that, I'm gonna stay calm. That department doesn't know how to do their job. They were supposed to send me that verification on Wednesday when I first opened the account online. They waited to Friday that I tried to put the my card on Apple Pay to then say that I needed further verification. Okay. They didn't even send it on Friday. I received it on Monday in my email. I uploaded it, but my ID is expired. It expired in August. Okay. So on August 11th, when it expired, the day of my birthday, you see it on there, August 11th, 1982. On my 43rd birthday, I contacted Motor Vehicles. Motor Vehicle said, we don't have an appointment for you to get the real ID or any kind of identification until November 1st. Okay, that's fine. I go November 1st. What happened November 1st? Government shutdown. So is that my fault? Is that my personal problem that the the Democrats and Republicans were not getting along? No, that has nothing to do with me. I don't work for the government. Okay? I work for a privately owned security firm. That's what I work for. I don't work for the government. So is that my fault that on the day of my appointment, the government shutdown happened? No. So just like I transferred my money in from Bank of America through Zelle, because you guys can see it comes from Bank of America, so don't even sit there and lie to me. Okay? Let me transfer my money back to my Bank of America account. And this conversation is over. I will never get M&T Bank again. And I'll make sure that none of my 52,475 subscribers ever do again either. So all I want is my money. I don't want nothing to do with you guys anymore. All I want is my money. Because how the hell is this fraud because you got an expired ID? That doesn't make no damn sense. Make it make sense. An expired ID makes you you're fraud. Make it make sense, please. Make it make sense. Because other banks have other ways to verify me. Oh, like Amazon recently. Oh, sir, your ID's expired. Can you send us your a photo picture of your security officer license? Yeah, no problem. Boom. Okay, here goes your account. They didn't sit here and say, well, this is fraud and we don't have no other way to verify you than just your and that's a credit card. That's a credit card. That was my Amazon credit card that accepted and that's Chase Bank, a bigger bank than you guys. And they accepted my security officer license. They didn't say, well, sir, it is your fault that the Democrats and Republicans couldn't get along and the government shutdown happened on the same day of you getting your new ID. Because you hear how stupid that would sound? Sounds really stupid. So a credit card that I got with Chase Bank that has $5,000 on it, they could accept, when that's their money, Chase's money, they could accept my security officer license, but yet a bank that I'm putting my own money into can't take that as a form of identification. That is just the most craziest nonsense I ever heard in my entire 43 years of life. So I want you to think real quick how stupid that sounds. That's an Amazon credit card. This is a regular checking account. So what's more valuable, $5,000 or a checking account that just has $35 in it? What needs to be more strict? Chase with the $5,000 credit limit they gave me on the Amazon store card, or this account with me funding it through Bank of America for $35?
I'll definitely try to complete on your behalf in the bank, what has happened. And I do
Miss, but all I want is my money. That's all I want. I'm not driving. I'm not waiting 2 weeks. And I'm not driving 2.5 hours. Did you guys have to wait for 2 weeks for me to find this account? Answer the question. You're on a recorded line. Did M&T Bank have to wait for 2 weeks for me to fund the account? No, right? Because you know it's a rhetorical question. You know the answer. It means no, I got it. So I shouldn't have to wait to get my money back. Because basically you guys are saying that I'm not who I say I am. And I have a big issue with that. An expired ID does not mean that the person is not who the hell they say they are. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in the world. Especially when it's a government issue for motor vehicles, New Jersey state identification with my license number and everything. And the double picture and my signature on it. And it's in 3D. Like, that's just crazy, man. I swear to God. And January 15th, when I go back to get my new ID, guys, I'm gonna tell New Jersey motor vehicles. I'm gonna like, yo, M&T Bank says the licenses and the IDs you guys give here are fake, and I'm gonna make sure I say that. Make sure I let the New Jersey state of motor vehicles that's part of the government.
Sorry about that. Once again.
No, it's just I don't need an apology. I need you to let me send my money back. That's all I need. I don't need an apology. Apology's not gonna give me my money back. That's not giving me my money back. Apology. And then the other reps, I wonder why I cursed them out. And I'm being racially profiled right now because every time I call the web support and I choose to speak Spanish, they get me over to English customer care. How about if I'm tired of talking English and I want to talk Spanish now? Right? That's racially profiling. You can't just tell somebody we're gonna keep you on this side and you're not allowed to talk to the people that speak Spanish because they might feel different and they might actually do something that we don't want them to do. Because that is a serious matter, racially profiling. That's actually a civil lawsuit right there. That is more than just this. This is a civil lawsuit. Every time I ask to speak to a Spanish rep, they send me to an English rep. How about if I don't want to speak English? I'm Puerto Rican. I was born in Puerto Rico. I was raised in the United States, but my native language is Spanish. So that is racial profiling.
Can I finish in a brief?
Yeah, like I said, I don't want my money before I turn this shit into a civil lawsuit. because all this is recorded. Them keep sending me to English reps when I want to talk Spanish. That's a civil lawsuit. They know I'm Puerto Rican. You can tell by my name.
I'll fish in a big full fish.
All right. And guys, I'm not joking. It's serious. When you refuse to send somebody to a Spanish rep and the person is Hispanic and they want to talk their native tongue, that is racially profiled. That is a super racially profiled. But like I said, they don't want me to talk to Spanish reps because the Spanish reps might be like, you know what, you can keep the account, or you know what, we're gonna let you send the money back. You know, that all I want is my money, guys. I don't care about M&T Bank is they're definitely a effing joke. They're the bottom of the bottom, and I will never have M&T Bank again. Never. You heard the girl. Then she put her manager, or jackass supervisor. Due to the way you have disrespected our reps, I should have said, man, fuck you. That's what I should have said. What the hell are you talking about, jackass? And then she didn't want to send me the fraud. And you see how fast I got the fraud now? So yeah, I just want my money, guys. I don't care for M&T Bank no more. Now you know that if you sign up for M&T Bank, they'll let you do it online, and then they'll hit you with some bullshit after you fund the account, and everything, and then they'll hit you with some bullshit talking about some, yeah, man, you know what? You need to go to a branch or do this identification. Why you didn't ask me for this in the beginning? Oh, because we don't have to. Alex, I'm being like, that's what I told them, bro. That's exactly what I told them. That's what I told them, bro. You're gonna pay the gas, the tolls, and they know they're not. They know they're not. They're not gonna pay the gas and the tolls to go all the way to East Rutherford, New Jersey. Hell no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. Let me see if I got paid. You gotta get paid on this thing. Yeah, baby. Got my paycheck, baby. Got my paycheck, baby. Yeah, they won't. M&T Bank is shit we never got them. Yeah, bro. I didn't know it was this bad, bro. I just got tired of them shoving it down my throat on Instagram. On my Instagram, M&T Bank, M&T Bank, M&T Bank. Get this account for $5. No overdraft fees. None of this. Shoving that shit down my throat for the last year and a half. They on some BS, man. They on some straight bullshit. And now I don't want to hear no apology, guys. I don't want to hear no apologies. I'm gonna be like, yo, give me over to your supervisor, your manager, whoever you're gonna give me over to. Unfreeze my account and let me get my shit and be the hell out of here. Let me see bank. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got them in Jersey. Hey Siri, where is M&T Bank in New Jersey?
One option is M&T Bank on Church.
Church Road, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Look at that. An hour away. Cherry Hill, New Jersey. An hour away. South Jersey. That's closer than the other one. But I'm not telling my cousin to drive a whole hour for $35. I'm like, you made me drive up here for this shit? Because they're talking about some, oh, You could go to the branch and they could take that as a way of authorization. Then dumbass, why you can't take it through the verification shit? You know what? I'm gonna send it to them on purpose. I'm gonna go to that verification BS and I'm gonna send it to them right now on purpose. I'm not even joking, bro. Okay. You're welcome. Watch, guys. I'm gonna get them pissed as hell. And not even joking. I'm being dead serious. Where the hell's that verification shit? I'm seriously going to piss them off. And I really don't care. Well, I'm gonna take a picture of most of my debit cards and my credit cards that have my, they all have my name, of course. But I'm gonna take a picture of that shit. I'm gonna send it to them. Thank you for choosing MNT. What's that document shit? Here we go. Watch this, guys. I just want to piss these idiots off. And I get a kick out of it. I'm gonna fuck with them, guys. Oh shit. Okay. You too. Thank you. Yeah, because the issue that I'm having is that your not your web support department, whoever's supposed to send this identity thing, whatever this thing is called, where you upload a picture of your license or your identification and so forth, that document, right? The issue that I'm having is that I signed up for your opened up a account online on Wednesday, and I received my debit card on Friday, and I didn't receive no information or documentation where it said that I needed to verify my identification. Nothing whatsoever. So when I tried to add the card to Apple Pay, that's when all of a sudden it said, "Oh, you have to do this docu-service thing because the activation of your card for Apple Pay was basically flagged." So I'm like, "What the hell?" Yeah, but why wait till the person funds the account? That's my biggest question here. Why wait till the person funds the account, opens the account, and receives the debit card to then ask them to identify themselves? Yeah, no, I took screenshots of everything. I didn't see nothing that stated that it could be taken up to 10 days. I know it happened after I tried to add the card to Apple Pay. That's when it did that, and it said that I needed to send my information, and of course my ID expired 2 months ago. So after the identity, that when they told me to call them, I called them and they just wanted to give me the runaway. I don't have time for runaway. I have a stressful job. I'm a security officer. I deal with rude customers every other day. And the last thing I want to do is argue about me being who I say I am. Because when you're telling somebody because your ID's expired, your account was flagged, is you're telling that person you're not who you say you are. This is not you. You were born in 1982. Your name is not such and such. This is not your address. You're not there right now. That's basically what you're saying. Correct. That's the law for the cigarettes and stuff like that. Yeah, right. And who reads that? Do you understand? Listen, I don't think you watch too many things. Do you? And I'm being as respectful as I can. There was a study done right on the American. 85% of Americans, out of the millions that are here, don't read terms and conditions or policies. Only 15% do. Only 15. But that's different. You can't. Of course, I'm gonna read my credit card terms and conditions. I have like 14 of them. Of course, that's the bank's money. So I'm gonna read how much I'm gonna get on interest. But when it's a regular checking account, that's my money going into it, not yours, mine. then that's a whole different story. Why should I have to worry about it? I gotta worry about it if Citi is gonna charge me a 30% APR, interest on my money. That's what I'm worrying about. I'm not worrying about. I've never read any terms and conditions when it came to a bank account. None. And I have U.S. Bank. I have Bank of America. I got Chase. I got Citizen. So you know, no. It's not really the law. It's your policy. You strictly said it's your policy. Correct. Now that you bring that up, and every bank that I bank with asks me for my identification before sending me my debit card, before opening the account. None of them said, well, 10 to 14 days later, we are going to do this. And not only that, you guys have racially profiled me time after time after time today. Yes, because I specifically, and let me tell you how, and this is all being recorded. Um, when I asked to speak to a Spanish rep, right? When I was supposed to be transferred to Spanish, Caucasians kept picking up the phone. So the last time I checked, Caucasian is not Hispanic. So that is racially profiling when you're illegally transferring somebody because you're scared. Listen. Let me finish. Because you're scared that the person of the same ethnicity might do something you don't want them to do. So that's that. That's misleading, right? And that's against the law. To say that you have, oh, yes it is, because everybody else has U.S. Bank. I want to talk Spanish. Sí, señor Febres, ¿cómo le puedo ayudar? Bank of America, sí, señor Febres, how can I help you? I'm bilingual. Citibank, everybody else, and everybody else. This is just crazy. So my ID gets expired, right? And my appointment was November 1st. And the government shutdown happened on November 1st. So that's my fault. Right? That's completely my fault. So we're going to punish Alexander Febres for something that's out of his control. Yep, I'm up there. I'm making decisions for the American people. Yep, I'm up there. You guys don't make any type of sense. You guys are being inconsiderate, not taking into effect that the government shutdown happened, and maybe that's why the persons don't have their IDs. So I can imagine if somebody has an account with you guys, gets their direct deposit, goes to the branch because they have a branch closer than I do, and wants to withdraw money in with a click. Well, sorry, sir, you don't have a valid ID, so I can't give you your money. You hear how absurd? Yeah, but the government shutdown happened. How can you guys not to take? This is listen. M&T Bank it's the only bank that's not taking the government shutdown as something serious. You guys are not. No, I want my funds unfrozen so I can send them back to Bank of America, and then you guys can close the account, and I don't have to deal with you guys ever, ever again. I will stay with Chase. I will stay with Bank of America because Bank of America would never pull some BS like this. They would never. I just told you. I've been telling you guys the nearest branch is 2.5 hours away. So am I supposed to waste gas money, right? Waste gas money, pay tolls because you guys want me to.
I do apologize. Unfortunately, I work for a government arrangement to require photo identification. I'm sorry that that's inconvenient, but unfortunately, there's
Oh, I did. You could do. You could unfreeze my damn Zelle so I could transfer my money out and be done with it. Because you guys can't lie to me and tell me that you don't know my money came from Bank of America because you be fucking lying. Because even Zelle told me, yes, M&T Bank knows you sent the money through Zelle, sir. Please call M&T and stop cursing my website. Go curse them out. They're the ones withholding your money. It's not us ourselves. Go curse them out. Yes, they do. And if anybody lies, tell them you spoke to Zell's customer service, and they know where the money came from and where you're sending the money to. Just like Bank of America knows that these whole $35, first the first 10, then 15, then the other 10, all three estimates of these payments sent to M&T Bank, they know who you sent it to. So do you need me to call Bank of America right now so they can say yes, he sent it?
I'm not sure how that's information.
Okay, so what's relevant is that the bank is far. You guys want me to go out my way for money that belongs to me, and you guys dropped the ball. You sent me the whatever verification thing days later because I tried to sign up for Apple Pay, and when I signed up for Apple Pay, that's when you guys decided to flag my account because you know what? I got people. I'm a YouTuber, and I have a lot of followers on TikTok, and I got people that have told me that you guys haven't done this to them. That they signed up for online bank accounts, and I got the screenshot. Online bank accounts, and they didn't get no further verification. They received the debit card, everything worked out. So, like I said, racially profiling once again. Once again. Once again. I think I might have to seek a legal advisor on this case.
If you feel you need to, by all means.
Once again, racially profiling. Racially profiling. Because I know you Democrats are real racist. Really racist. Really racist. Just look at the Twitter video. Go back to your country. Who was racist to me recently on my trip to Pennsylvania in the train when Pennsylvania is a Democratic state, just like the state of New Jersey? That's why I became a Republican. A Democrat. She was like, you Mexican need to go back to Mexico. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even Mexican. Not even Mexican. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. Like I said, you guys, like I told you, all I want done is that I'm frozen. I can send my money back to Bank of America, and we're done with this. I don't understand what's the big problem. So, okay, so it wasn't a problem for me not to have an ID and fund this account, but now it's a problem for me to get my money out. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's all I'm asking you to do. Make it make sense. How does that make sense? You have somebody fund their account, and then you tell them no. So I didn't need a fucking valid ID to fucking sell the money, you fucking jackass. You fucking jackass. I didn't need that money, right? Fucking dumbasses, yo. Over here lying, guys. They know they're lying. They got Spanish customer care. They don't want me talking to Spanish customer care. That's the fucking issue. They do not want me to talk to the cat. Because I bet any amount of money, if I get over to a Hispanic rep, they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna freeze your account right now and let me watch, and they'll let me get my money out. How are you gonna dictate what somebody else is gonna do? Lying. No, we translator. Nothing. They'll give me my damn money back, guys. And I'm sorry about that. But what I said is true, bro. This lady was mad racist to me. She called me a Mexican and she told me to go back to Mexico. And I was just laughing because I was talking Spanish. She was just a mad Karen because I was sitting down and she wanted to sit down and she wanted me to stand up. I'm like, I'm standing up. I'm tired. And then she got no. And then she got upset. She felt dumbfounded when I talked English. Alexander Ford, that's Alan. Yeah, hold on, give me a second. Oh, it's right here. It's right here next to me. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's 4258. Hold on. Yes. I need to wait here. Yeah. My reason for calling, bro, is because I'm hoping somebody could find you know, help me. Okay. On Wednesday, I opened up this account, right? Friday, I received a debit card. I never received a whatever the hell that's just called for verification, right? So out of nowhere, because I decided to use Apple Pay, my account gets flagged. I don't care what you guys want to call it. I'm calling it what I want to call it because I've been with Bank of America since I was 18 years old and I'm 43. So I know Bank of America reps are not going to. That's called flagging. So you guys flagged my account and then decided to use, say, oh, well, hey, he needs further verification. So I decided to take a picture of my ID, which is expired because of the government shutdown. I haven't been able to get a new ID. Now it opened up. Now my appointment is not till January 15th. So the whole issue with this situation that's going on is that you guys shouldn't should have a whole different, I don't know, like procedure, because it's crazy. Like I was telling the last rep, I feel like this is racial profiling because I know people. I have a lot. I'm a big, pretty big influencer, and I have a lot of people telling me on TikTok, "Oh, bro, I'm white," and they ask me for my ID. I put my shit on Apple Pay. I'll send you the screenshots. I didn't receive no further identification. So all of a sudden they see your name and they single you out and bloop, here we go. We need further verification. So if that's not racially profiling, then I don't know what racially profiling is, because that is racially profiling. Because when you single somebody out because of their demographic and their ethnicity, because reading my name right off the bat, you're gonna know he is not Caucasian, he is not black, he is Hispanic. With weird ass last name, that was. This is not from the United States. So yes, so we know he's not from out here. You get what I'm saying? Now my boy, the one that I'm telling you from TikTok, his last name is Smith. He was like, look at those screenshots. I did the same shit online. I signed up for that $5 checking account. Do you see them saying that I need to provide my license or any of that BS they're hitting you with, Alex? No, I don't, John. And there you go. So I need to know why, John has the same. Only that his phone is bigger than mine. He got the 17 Pro Max with T-Mobile Business. I got the 17 Pro with T-Mobile Business, and we both signed up on the same day, but John didn't get flagged at all, and I got flagged. So I need to know why am I being singled out, and do I need to be talking to a legal advisor about this? Because I definitely got singled out. If two people of different ethnicity sign up for the same thing at the same time, but one gets flagged and the other one doesn't, there's an issue. Definitely an issue. And it got flagged. Correct. Correct. That said, you must contact the web support. Web support tried to activate it. Then they said, you know what? After trying to activate it, they gave up and said, you know what? We need further verification. Yeah, further verification. Yeah. Did you receive your thing? Your what's that thing called? What I just told you, the thing to verify your ID, where you upload your ID or license or whatever. And I said, no, I never received that. And then on Monday, they sent it to me. So on Monday, when like I told you, I haven't switched my story up, not even once, on all these phone calls. When I proceeded to try to get my ID, that's when the government shutdown happened. So when I uploaded the pictures of my ID, oh, we're sorry, your account is basically locked. So I don't know why your department keeps lying. The fraud department told me it's lying. It was like, sir, the reason why you can't send you can't send your money back to Zelle, back to the $35 back to Bank of America, is because the web support locked your account, and without further verification, and that's why they transferred me back over to you. They said, don't curse me out. And you go, well, I'm gonna transfer you right back to somebody. This is their issue because you're right. I agree with you. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why, you know, why you received the papers late. Well, the manager, that's the other guy. The manager said that you guys have up to 10 days supposedly to send them papers. But everybody else that I talked to, even here in Jersey where I live at, that have M&T back, they was like, bro, I did the same shit. I didn't want no overdraft fees on my direct deposit from work. And I didn't go to no branch. I signed up for it online, and I never, ever received that document. And I even screenshot it and sent it to my friend. They were like, no, I never received it. Never. You know, I would have lied. I sent you a screenshot. Never received that. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was your last name that flagged it. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, me, not at all. Never flagged.
Okay.
So I need to know what is the issue with me. Because what you guys in that situation, what you guys are supposed to do to verify somebody if it's them before even asking them for their identification, is say, okay, do you have the number registered on file? Yeah. Can I send you a 6-digit password? Boom. Do you have access to your email that you signed up for the account? Can you send you a 6-digit password there? Boom. Okay, you are electronic card, because that's exactly what Chase does, U.S. Bank does, Citibank does, Bank of America does, Chime does, and every other bank. You guys are the only ones that are singled out to all these things that these bigger banks do, and I don't know why. What makes M&T Bank so special that they don't have to follow the same rules as every other bank? Well, if the person's ID is expired, this is another policy. Send them a text message with a 6-digit password, also to the email they signed up with, and that way we know it's them. And if you want to ask them some security questions, let's go to the computer and get some security questions. They don't need Mr. February to know. Like exactly where was he born and stuff like that. And I answered all the questions with flying colors. Yeah, this is Alexander February. Oh, here's what you're saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you guys get away with not having to do that? Like I said, how come I'm the only one out of 15 people that have signed up for the same shit that I signed up on Wednesday have never, and these people got it last month. Like I told you, I'm a pretty big TikToker. I have 37,000 followers, and they mess with me. They're like, bro, look, I'll send you the screenshot. October 15th. And what's today? Do you see anything that says that I need to further identify myself? No, yeah. Look at this one. I got August 15th. Alex, do you see anything that needs to be? Yeah, you're right. So that's why I have an issue where I'm being singled out. Completely singled out. Because nobody else has ever had to verify themselves. So if you're going to talk about policies, please talk about a policy that you enforce with everybody. Not that you nitpick and you choose who you want to throw policy at. Because that's also illegal in the United States. You can't single people out. You cannot. That's like me in the building where I work at, where I have clearance, and I tell people, well, you can't come in here because, I don't know, you might be a liar. I don't know, you look weird. I don't know, your last name looks weird. I can't let you come in. Oh, but you let Bob and John and Billion. I understand that. You're not letting me in.
So, I didn't have a lot to say. I'm very sorry. When it comes to DocuSign, I'm no
But then the people that are the experts, bro. Yeah, but then the people that are the experts are just giving me nonsense. Sir, you knew your ID was expired. You won a Nobel Prize. Duh. But the point here is that no bank lets you open an account, fund the account, send a debit card without further verification.
So, this call right here
by me getting my money to send it back to Bank of America where it came from. That's all. That's all I want. I didn't say I wanted to keep the account. If you guys have these policies, that's fine. I want my money that belongs to me that I work for. It's like I told the last rep. I don't sell drugs. I'm a armed security officer. I don't sell. I'm not on the drug slinging coke or crack and putting the money in the bank account. No, my checks are clean. Okay, so that's all I want is my money. That's all I've been disputing for the last 2 hours and 5 minutes. It's my money. You don't want to. I even tried to that department. I was like, I'll send you my license. My security officer license has my picture, has my name, it has the date it was issued, and everything that was issued. I got it renewed this year in June, so it's from June, and they still didn't want to take it. I said, okay, I'll send you guys my work ID. It shows my name, has my license number, has the company name. Still didn't want to take it as another form of ID. So that in that case, that's a personal problem of M&T Bank, not mine. Personal problem of M&T Bank, especially after the government shutdown. You know, for you guys to be acting this way, it's just beyond me. It is beyond. Sir, they're too far. 2 hours. Who wants to drive 2 hours to see somebody in person when you guys have the technology to receive the photo? Because then don't use the document. Bro, if I had a branch close at least 15 minutes away, bro, I would have been there. I would have been there today. Today, I would have been there. And I swear to God, I would have threw everything at them. My Chase credit card, my Chase debit card, my Bank of America debit card, my U.S. Bank, my Bank of America credit card. I would have threw everything on top of the table. And my licenses. The license, my security license, my clearance for work. Boom. This person would have like, yo, what did you guys argue with this guy for 2 hours on the phone? This is who he says he is. Like, you guys just made a terrible mistake. Because like I said, then what's the whole point of that identification then? Then send everybody to the branch. If you're telling me, like the last rep told me, that I could go to a branch and they'll take those as form of IDs, then don't use that technology you guys got. Send everybody that does an online banking account to the branch. Every single person to the branch. And like I told you, none of my white friends have been sent to the branch. None. Not even one. Not even one. So I'm telling you, my own white friends are saying this is racially profiled. Even my own white friends are saying this is racially profiled. Because they're like, we didn't, bro, look, I signed up for this October 15th. It's been more than a month. Do you see my email? Look at my email, Alex. While I was at work today. Look at my email. Do you see any of this verification bullshit? Oh, my, I don't see nothing. Here you go.
So what exactly have you been told by those people you talked to? You've been told that by fraud, you've been told that you've been online, especially with the big way. And then after that, you got me.
Uh-huh. No, after that, I called back because I need to find somebody that wants to help, because it's like that, bro. Trust me. Trust me. I know. It's not you guys, it's where everybody. There's always people that don't want to do their job, and then there's somebody that says, you know what? Fuck it. Use my language, but it's true. Fuck it. I'm gonna help this person. And they help me. But there's always one person, there's always a whole bunch of people that should not be working where they're working. And if they find that they can't do the job, they shouldn't be there. Look at me, bro. I take my own advice. If you don't like what you're doing, then quit. Then quit. What did I used to do before security? I was a janitor, working janitor. Didn't pay good money, like $500 a week. You feel me? And then I said, you know what? I'm tired of cleaning toilets and mopping floors and buffing floors. And my boy Michael, he was like, yo, bro, you should get into security. So what? Like, yeah, bro. It pays more. And, you're going to have to deal with rude people and shit, but at least you won't be scrubbing toilets no more. And that's exactly what I did 8 years ago, bro. So I don't give advice to people that I don't take myself. If you can't take the heat in the kitchen, get the hell out. If you're not good at being a customer care rep or manager, like the ones that I talk to on the phone, they shouldn't have that position. They don't know how to diffuse a situation. You're supposed to diffuse the situation and tell the person, I'm sorry. Let me see what I can do in my best interest. You're right. The government shutdown wasn't your fault, just like it wasn't my fault. So, due to the fact that the government shut down, and that's why you couldn't get your ID, your new ID, because you were scheduled by November 1st, and that's when the government shutdown happened. Then let me see, because policies are meant to be broken and in certain situations, and I think this is one of the situations where we can break policy. Do you want to keep the account? Do you want them to take the money out and you want nothing to do with us? I'm giving you two options. I understand what you're saying. Yes, I'll let you send your license. If you can send both of us to us, it'll be fine. You don't have to go to the branch because you're right. We got the system where you can upload those pictures. So yeah, I don't have a problem with you loading, taking the picture of your license for security officer and your job license that says the same name and the name of the company, and we'll take that to verification as well, right along with your expired ID. Be fully, and not only that, bro. I even called my T-Mobile business account, and a T-Mobile business rep was talking to your rep, and she still proceeded to say that I'm not.
Right now, because there is this flag at right? There's no way to get around it. They can't move that flag. While that flag is on the account, you're not going to be able to move money. That is the situation right now. I can't move that flag. I do apologize, but that's not something I can do. The only way to move that flag is for that DocuSign to get signed out, sent back, reviewed, and then once it's reviewed, the department to take care of that, can remove that flag.
And that's what I'm saying, though. They don't, but bro, they don't want to take my other form of identifications as a way to verify, right? How? Listen, then what are they getting paid for, bro? They should not be working there. If I gotta go to a branch, listen. If I gotta tell my cousin, because my license is suspended right now, so I take public transport. I take Uber when I gotta go there. I take Uber. It's less money than me having a car right now. Shit's way too expensive in New Jersey. Freaking rent went up, mortgage went up, everything is up right now. Groceries and everything. So right now, I can't even afford it. Because I got the letter today from the DMV saying you can reapply for your license. But right now, it's not the time. Like it's just too much when you live in a house and you live in an apartment. I got a whole house, 3 bedroom house. This is not an apartment. So me having to tell my cousin, or if he's busy, having to pay Uber shit to Patterson is like, let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now on my phone. It's probably like $70 from Trenton to Patterson, New Jersey, on Uber. No, because I don't travel outside the United States, bro. I'm from Puerto Rico, so in Puerto Rico you don't need a passport. That's only if I want to go to DR and stuff like that. And I don't like planes, bro. I'm scared of planes. I don't like turbulence. So that's the reason why I never got. Last time I went to Puerto Rico in 2016, I thought I was going to die of the turbulence and the wind. I was sitting right on the wing, and the plane was shaking like if I had Parkinson, and you could see the lightning and the thunder on the freaking clouds. No, I experienced that shit for real. Not like in the movies. I experienced it for real. The plane dropped from 50,000 feet to 40,000 feet in one drop. I know I can die on the floor too, but I feel safer right here, on the floor. I feel safer. So I haven't been to Puerto Rico in about to be a decade because it was in 2016. So in 2026 next year it'll be a whole 10 years. I haven't been there because of that. So yeah, that's why I don't have a passport though, because I would love to go to DR and all these other countries my cousins go to. They all got their passports. Like, Alex, you making good money, bro. You don't even have a car. You got money stacked up in the bank, bro. Bro, come on, bro. Let's go to Paris. Let's go to Europe or something. Hell no, bro. I can't be on a plane for that long. So that's the real reason why I don't have one. If I had one, bro, trust me, I would have been took the picture of that thing and sent it to you guys. But no issues. But I just don't have that. And like I said, I understand. Listen, bro, I understand that's a policy. But like I told you already, if you guys, right, um, if you guys have these policies, right, when the government shutdown happened, and that's the reason why me and millions of other people don't have their ID right now because they were scheduled on the same day in different parts of New Jersey for November 1st, and they shut down the government on November 1st. How is that my fault? Do you guys forget that the DMV is part of the government?
So no one is necessarily blaming you, right?
No, but your department is
Because
because when you're saying that I don't have a valid ID. No, but let
you
me.
have to explain that these are the only ones ideally victims. From the sound of it, what you would like is for someone to make an exception to the case.
And let me get my money back.
That flag.
Correct. Remove that flag, and you guys can have your account. That's all I want. My money back.
That
That's all I want. And make that exception. The government shutdown happened.
you're most likely best for something
So
happening along those lines would be visiting the branch and maybe that. But here over the phone, we're not going to be able to just make an exception and kind of um, until that occupant thing gets resolved, we're not going to be able to do anything with the account. I do apologize. Obviously, it's upsetting. I know it's not your fault. I understand you feel slighted, you feel targeted, you feel, you've been done wrong. Apologize for that. Like I said, very unfortunate circumstances. Government shutdown is a terrible time.
Look at this. Listen, to
That
get to that branch on Uber, like if I was to go right now, it's $58.97 one more. $58.97.
in this case, the way it's looking, you really have two choices. You wait for that appointment to get that regulatory ID and then circle around back and get the stuff once you're able to do that. Or you can make that trip. I can set up a video appointment with the branch if you like and see if that works as well. Um, but really, those are really your
What
best
you mean a
options.
video appointment? Like what?
Like a video chat appointment with the branch, you can talk to them this video and be like, hey, this is what I got for my ID for like from 12 to 1 a.m. I don't have, I'm not able to get this, at this time. Explain to them basically what the person, like the video, you can't visit a branch because how far it is. It'd be the next best thing basically.
And after that, my account will be unfrozen, and I can send out my money, or
That's not guaranteed. That's not guaranteed.
so that's what I'm saying. So what's the whole point of doing that then?
That's you taking your shot. But if you want a guaranteed way of getting this solved, those are your best.
But bro, why should I have to wait till January 15th to get my own money? That's where it's pissing me off. Because you guys are acting like this is a credit card and this is your money. That's my $35 that came from Bank of America. So how does that make sense? How do you flag somebody else's personal belongings and then just say, well, you can't get them if you don't have a valid ID, even though it's not your fault that the government shut down. Here at MNT, we don't give a shit. Because that's basically what you guys are saying. We don't give a shit. We don't give a fuck. We don't care if the government shutdown affected you. That doesn't matter. But that's why I'm glad I'm live streaming this. I've been live streaming for 2 hours and 19 minutes. Because all my subscribers are seeing how you guys handle it. And everybody's telling me to get you in trouble with the FCC, the DOJ, and the Better Business Bureau, which I am. I'm definitely. And if they tell me that I have a case due to the fact that my other white friends didn't get flagged, then I will be seeking legal advice for a civil lawsuit. So this $35 is going to end up being more than $35. Because I have all the proof that you guys, like I said, my friends are willing. They work, they do security like I do, and they're willing to show their documents to my lawyer. But you guys did not like it. So, when he gets in contact with you guys, maybe you guys will tell him why I got flagged and why my other white friends didn't get flagged. You guys keep getting that type of thing. Oh, this is legal. What? Yes. I'm and I want a subpoena. I got a court judge for a subpoena for all the reports. Oh my God! One of us is going to lose our job.
It sounds to me like you do have a plan in mind. And as I said, I do apologize. You know, you're
Bro,
frustrated.
apologizing is not getting me my money back. Apologies don't mean shit to me. That's like if my boss, I got my direct deposit today in Tron, right? I just got it right now. That's like my boss apologizing and saying, yo, I'm sorry, your $1,000 paycheck did not come in today. I'm sorry.
Just make an exception. Just move these kinds of flags whenever I feel like it.
Sir, when the government shutdown happened, and that's the reason somebody doesn't have their identification, you have to take that into consideration. Okay, so just say we don't give a fuck, bro. Make it easy for yourself. Let people on YouTube hear how you guys feel at M&T Bank. That's all you got to do.
You've been given your answers as the best way to deal with this. I do apologize.
Yo, you just said on a live stream that even if I catch an Uber and I pay $58 tomorrow after I get off of work, it still doesn't matter. There's still possibility that my account will still stay locked. So how you making any sense? Make it make sense. Why should I spend a hundred and something dollars out of my hard-earned money for my paycheck that I just got today to be told, no, we're sorry. I don't even know why them jackasses send you over here in the first place.
Did anybody else give you that same information about going to the branch?
Correct. But they didn't say they did not tell me what you're telling me. No, that doesn't mean anything. If you show a banker that your identification is closed, your account will still stay locked.
So what I'm saying is I have no guarantee. I don't know what's gonna happen at the branch when you get there. If someone else told you that it will be fixed that way, it's very likely the case.
No, they didn't tell me nothing. Well, yeah, they did. Most people did say that. But why should I spend $116 because it's 58 to go and 58 to come back for $35? Can you make that make sense? Can you please make that make sense? How does that make sense?
Like I said, it's just unfortunate circumstances. Things played out pretty badly.
Then, like I said, you guys should have never let me open the motherfucking account. It's not that hard. I'm not talking to you in Spanish. If I was talking to you in Spanish and you don't understand Spanish, then that's fine. I'm talking to you in plain English. Why did you guys let me open the account and then wait till I added the card to Apple Pay to flag the account? Because that's what I seem to not comprehend. I seem not to comprehend. How do you let somebody open an account, send them a debit card, let them fund the account, and then add the card to Apple Pay when it gets denied? Oh, well, you know what I'm saying, man? Oh, we're going to flag this account. This is kind of weird. Kind of weird. Yeah. You think it's weird? Yeah, I think it's weird. I think it's weird that, you know, he tried to put his card on the Apple Pay. I don't know. I think it's weird. Oh, God, man. Shit. As many iPhones as I got, bro, I could buy a car. You guys cracked me the hell up. You really did. I'm putting the debit card on a $1,625 phone, and you guys have a fucking issue. When Apple is one of the most secure, I'm calling you on the fucking iPhone, and this is one of the most secure phones in the world. Apple won't even give FBI clearance to go into your phone unless you committed murder and you know you killed yourself in the process. And yeah, but while you're still alive, no. And you're telling me that you guys flagged me over one of the most secure phones in the entire world. Yeah, you guys don't know what excuse to come up with next. I'm serious. You guys don't
all I got is what you told me and what I can see here. And all I can see here is that DocuSign thing. You know,
you guys, like I said, you guys flagged it after I tried to do Apple Pay. Before Apple Pay, I didn't receive no DocuSign whatsoever. Soon as I did Apple Pay, tried to do Apple Pay and it gave me the number to talk to you guys, that's when this whole DocuSign, well, man, you need further verification to see that you're you, and all this other BS. So that's why I'm failing to understand, man. Like my subscribers don't understand it either. Well, Alex, what happened? M&T Bank, bro. James, M&T Bank, James.
You're live streaming this conversation.
I've been like, I told you that. I've been live streaming for the last 2 hours. So all this is being recorded on both ends, and the people are actually watching this live. What, you thought I was joking? You thought I was joking when I said I'm a YouTuber?
No, that was not.
You thought I was joking when I said I own 5 iPhones?
So,
That cost more than $1,000 each.
So am I going to be allowed to speak, or am I going to have to terminate the call?
Bro, you taking that flag off my account is the best thing you can do, because I swear to God, I will keep calling you guys and get you guys in trouble. Because in case you didn't know, when you receive too many calls from the same person, you will get in trouble. So I don't mind doing that. I swear to God, I don't mind doing that. I do. I have all the time in the world when I get off of work. When I get off of work at 4 o'clock, from working from 7 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I will definitely be blowing up your phone. Definitely. Every single day. And every single day I will do a live stream, because my subscribers will watch regardless. My channel's tech. And, you know, this is tech, because I did sign up for it online. And then you guys flagged it because I tried to put it on Apple Pay. So, guys, out of all the people that are watching, what you guys think about M&T Bank? Flagging my account because I tried to put my M&T card. And look, I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm going to turn on the camera right now. This card right here. It got the Buffaloes. You see the Buffalo Bills from New York. This is M&T Bank. There you go. You guys are seeing it right there. I tried to add this card to my 17 Pro 1 terabyte that you guys see here on the live stream, and they flagged it. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Oh God, yo. I haven't argued with a bank like this in never, ever. Nobody. Because like you guys know, you guys that have all the other banks, what did Chase said? I still got the notification. Oh, we're here for you guys. If you guys have expired IDs and are trying to open new accounts because of the government shutdown, we're still allowing it. We're bending the policy. But then M&T Bank thinks they're bigger than JP Morgan Chase. They think they're worth more money than JP Morgan Chase, as a matter of fact. But because JP Morgan Chase is able to bend the rules for people that are suffering of not getting their IDs nationwide because of this government shutdown, but yet M&T Bank says we don't do it. We're worth less money, we got less customers, and after this live stream, they're going to have even less customers. You know, they don't care. They do not care. You feel me? They do not care. That's bad. That sucks. Yes, it does, Jim. It sucks bad. You know, and they just give me excuses. That's why I love when people think that I'm lying about being a YouTuber or a TikTok. Because when I go live,
anybody thinks you're lying.
Yeah, because all your jackass all your jackass colleagues took it as a joke. I'll give you my YouTube channel. So you can see and hear yourself on the live stream. And that'll make it even funnier. And you can even comment. You can comment on my live stream and say, I'm trying to do the best of my knowledge of my job. I know I'm lying. I know I'm being told by other people to do what I'm not supposed to do. But then when I get fired and corporate gets a hold of this live stream and seeing how we treated you and we racially profiled you and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? You ask to speak to a Spanish rep and they don't want to send you to a Spanish rep.
I understand that you're frustrated.
No, frustrated is not the word. Frustrated is not the word. This is beyond. If I was frustrated, I would have never made a live stream. If I was frustrated, I would have never made a live stream. When I'm frustrated, I don't make live streams.
If this is the energy you're going to be bringing to these calls, it will be very difficult to try to get any more information for you.
What you mean information? No, eventually somebody's going to do their job. Trust me. Eventually somebody's going to do their job. Somebody's going to be like, fuck you guys. I'm doing this shit, getting his ass off the phone. Mr. Febres, go right now. You got 5 minutes. Okay. Sell. Did it go through? Yeah. Okay. Can you authorize canceling your account right now, please? Yeah. Are you never gonna get M&T again? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Woo. There you go. We got him off the fucking phone, guys. You see? You guys should have been done that shit. And I guarantee somebody's gonna do that. I guarantee. Because you know what? At my job, when the other securities don't want to do their fucking job, I do it. I do it. So that's how I know. That's how I know. Because they do the same shit you're doing right now. Give customers the runaround, runaround, runaround. They get to me, Alex, this is what's going on. Yo, I'm doing this, buddy. All right, Alex. You go ahead. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you. Thank you, Alex, man. Oh, man, you're the best, bro. That's why I love you, man. You're the best security in here. Thank you. Boom. And they bounce. And then you go. You got a happy customer. And he comes back. But the way you guys are handling things are not the way I handle things. And guess what? You're over the phone. Can I do something to you? No. I got to deal with people in person. They could they could smack me. They could spit on me. They could do whatever the hell they want to do at that point. And I
annotate the information you given me, right? Go ahead and annotate what you let me know. I understand.
Well, can you get me over to somebody that gets paid more than you?
And I'm gonna
Can you get me over to your supervisor or manager or somebody higher than you?
I can definitely try to do that for you. But yes,
I need somebody that wants to do their job, because I'm even promising canceling the account and not ever messing with you guys again. That's something that I would love. If I'm tired of hearing somebody and they've been on the phone for 2 hours with my colleagues, like I told you at work, if they've been bickering and bullshitting about something stupid, I'm gonna do whatever I can do. Look, you said you're not coming here again? Okay, no problem, sir. We're sorry for your inconvenience. Boom, he's out the door. See, I told you that's what we had to do. Why was that so hard, bro? Why was that so hard? Was that hard? No, you right, Alex. You right. Okay, then, son. Let's get these people out of here. All you gotta do is okay. If you can do it, you can do it. And if you gotta bend the policy and you're able to do it because of this situation that happened with the government, you do it. You don't sit here fucking bicker for hours. You fucking do it. Because if not, you're gonna lose your job. And guess what? My supervisor came into work. Listen, no, because I'm not done. My supervisor came into work today. And he said, listen to Alex, because the rest of you motherfuckers are gonna get fired if you don't fucking do your job.
Very forward with your opinions, very irate, very loud.
Oh, because I'm not supposed to be loud. You're telling me to go waste my time 2 hours, spend this money that's more than what I got in the bank account, and then if they say no, then I'm out $116. Are you guys gonna refund me that $116? You see how ridiculous this sounds. But yet you want me to stay happy, you want me to stay calm, you want me to be nice, you want me to be cordial. I don't have to be cordial. I'm cordial at work because I get paid to be cordial. I don't have to be cordial with you on the phone. Is your job more stressful than mine? No. Do you have a gun? No. Do you have to take a gun to work? No. Are you a security officer? No. Do you get called a pig? You motherfucker. Fuck you. I don't have to listen to you, you dumb bitch. No. To your face. No. So you're lucky I'm not taking my frustrations out on you. Seriously. Because you're a fucking jackass, dog. Do your fucking job. I don't understand what's so hard about doing your fucking job. It's not that difficult. I'm not telling you go to the fucking moon and touch the fucking moon or bring it back down to earth. Like, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it how you don't want to do your fucking job. That's crazy. Oh, see, he hung up too. And guess what, guys? I am going to keep calling, bro. I want my fucking money. You just heard him. Oh, well, I can do it, but I don't want to do it. Fucking jackass. I'm gonna see his phone. What's good? RAwTAlk. What's up, RAwTAlk? Here arguing with M&T Bank, yo. They're the biggest jackasses. This is the longest live stream I ever did, going off on a bank, but it's funny though, hearing these people frustrated. And the funny shit is that they stay on the phone. They got balls, because I tell them I'm live streaming. Alexander February. Yeah, hold on, give me a second. Oh god, this is crazy. I'm hoping, I'm hoping after 2 hours and 35 minutes, somebody can help me. Somebody to want to do their job. Right now, I'm gonna explain it to you really short. Okay, really short and brief. Right now, you guys have my account. All I want is my $35 to send them back to Bank of America where they came from. You guys waited till I opened this account on Wednesday, received my debit card on Friday. I tried to put it on Apple Pay. You guys flagged it, and then on Monday I received that bullshit ass thing you guys sent to verify the identity. And then I sent my ID. My ID expired in August, and New Jersey has been really backed up because of the real ID situation. So I signed up my appointment. I said, okay, well, I'll do the appointment. Fuck, I need that ID. I'm a armed security officer. So I need it for certain buildings for clearance. So like, all right, I'm gonna sign up. So they was like, November 1st. So I told my employer, they was like, fine, November 1st. November 1st comes, shut down. Government shutdown. So did I get my ID? No. But it seems like everybody that works for M&T is an idiot. I guess, as far as I know, and according to Google and even Siri, and ChatGPT and all these AI things, even Google Genie, they all say that the motor vehicles department is part of the federal government. So if the government shut down, does that mean that motor vehicle shut down too? Yeah. Of course, that's a rhetorical question. So that's where your colleagues are idiots. They need to go back to school. If they went to college, their parents need a refund. They went to college, their parents need a refund because then why listen, how you guys are gonna tell me, because I need you to explain this to me. How are you gonna tell me to go to the branch and then the idiot that I was talking to that I just hung up in my face because I cursed him out, told me that if I go to the branch with an expired ID, I still won't be able to do it. So, like I said before, which this is another rhetorical question, why let me add the money? Why send me the debit card? Why let me open up the account? You guys are just not making any type of sense. No type of sense at all. And all these people that are still watching my live stream say that's idiotic. They never heard of a bank letting somebody open an account and then almost a week later telling them, oh, we need to further verify. Because for that, you guys should have never let me enroll in Zelle. You should have never let me deposit. So how convenient it is that you guys let me deposit the money from Bank of America, let me tie my Zelle to this number I'm calling you from, where I'm calling you from, my Boost mobile number, and everything, and then all of a sudden they say, well, we need further verification due to the further verification and your ID being expired. We cannot let you take out your money. How idiotic that sounds. It would have sounded better if you guys would have said, no, we couldn't activate your Zelle because we needed further verification. You couldn't open this account because you needed further verification, and due to the fact that your ID is expired, we don't have further verification, so you cannot open this account. That makes sense. But not tell somebody, okay, well, we do this shit at random. It could be a year from now. It could have been 2026, the same date, and then we'll send you a verification via email to verify you. You guys gotta listen to yourselves, man. I'm serious. You gotta listen to yourselves because I don't think the stockholders of M&T know what you guys do and how you guys present yourselves on the phone or in person or anything. For all you know, I could be a stockholder of M&T. For all you don't know that. You know me? You don't know that. You don't know if I could be testing the waters and seeing how you treat customers in this time. No, you don't understand nothing because, like I said, answer the question. Why did you guys let me open the account? Answer the question. Why did you guys let me open the account? Why did you guys let me activate Zelle? Why did you guys let me move the money from Bank of America to here if this is how you guys were gonna act? That's what you're not. That's what I'm failing to understand, and that's what all these people that are watching my live stream are failing to understand. Why would you do all that to then do that? Oh, why? 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 Why would you do that?
You're calling, asking these same questions. You're speaking with supervisors. You're getting the same responses. Unfortunately, we don't have an answer. It's just a policy, and it is very inconvenient. I empathize with you on that. I understand how frustrating that can be, and that's why I wish I could help. But there's really nothing that we can do with an expired ID either.
And I completely listen. I never said there's something you could do with an expired ID. I just told you I needed my ID, my real ID, so I could get clearance in certain buildings because I'm on security. And everybody on YouTube knows that. Okay. So the whole point here is why the policy is contradictory. It's contradictory. Because how the hell you gonna let somebody open an account and then flag it? That doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm telling you. Make it make sense. I don't care if it's a policy. Make it make sense. If it's a policy, it's got to make sense. It would make more sense if your policy were like Bank of America. Right now, with my expired ID, let's say I didn't have Bank of America and I try to open an account, boom, flag. Sir, you're not. If you don't have a valid ID, you take the pictures. We can't. Nope. I tried Wells Fargo last month. Wells Fargo was the same thing. When I was about to open the account, it got flagged. It said, please upload on my email identification front and back. Up, yours is expired. The fraud department called me back. They was like, sir, due to your identification being expired, we're sorry. We're not even going to let you transfer money over here or none of that. So how do you guys listen? That's what I'm trying to understand. How does your policy work around other bigger banks' policy, where they don't allow to open accounts if you don't have a valid ID, but you guys do, and then flag the account? You guys are hoping, because that's hoping. You guys are hoping that the person that just opened this account has a valid ID. You guys are hoping. You guys can't hope. You got to be just like every other bank. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Well, every bank has a different policy and procedure, and it's like we can't compare what we do versus another bank because every bank's policy is different. Some banks don't let you open accounts online. We do.
No, all of them do.
Differences.
No, they all do.
Not all banks do. Some banks require you to step in person, but again, that's the point.
All the big banks do.
Every bank is
U.S. Bank, Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Citizens Bank.
Why policy is the way that it is, so I'm just kind of confused as to what answers or what do you need from us, because you keep calling and you keep getting the same responses.
Because I'm hoping that somebody in your field will want to do the job. That's what I'm hoping. Because policies are meant to be broken if a person didn't have a way to get their identification resolved. Because I'm not waiting to January 15th.
Circumstances. I'm sorry, this is a bank. We cannot bend policies for specific scenarios. And again, I understand it is an inconvenience, but there's nothing that we can tell you different. You're not going to get another representative that's going to be able to explain anything any differently.
So you guys just like wasting people's time. That's in your policy. Get this account, and I'm sorry. Well, we duped you. Well, we didn't know your ID was expired. We didn't know that. So hey, we're not. We let you set up the the Zelle and transfer $7,000 from your account. And now, since your ID is expired, you gotta wait 2 weeks for your $7,000. Just close the account. And did I wait seven? Did you wait 7,000? The same for the people that transfer more money than I did. I'm glad I ain't transferred my whole paycheck. Imagine if I would have transferred my whole paycheck over today. That I just got paid $1,500 today, and I would have transferred over to you guys. Oh man, I would not be.
It would be even more of an inconvenience. I understand where you're coming from. I just don't have anything different, and I don't want you to keep getting frustrated over the situation when we're all going to keep telling you the same thing. There's a specific department that we can call before 4:30 where we can reach out and ask specifics to your circumstances, but as of right now, and it's like there's really nothing that we can do in regards to that. And I understand we've been putting in feedback. Every person that you spoke with put a complaint in on your behalf about the.
It's just that it shouldn't ever been that. That's common sense. Right. Common sense. If you're gonna make a policy, you gotta know what that policy could cause. Hold on. Should we make a policy to wait 3 to 4 business days to ask somebody for an ID after opening an online account? No, I think that's good. That's going to cause stress to our employees at the customer center. Because how about if a person puts their direct deposit and then, let's say, worst case scenario, their ID is expired. They know by law they need to have a up to date ID. Because I never argued that, miss. I'm just arguing the fact that you know that. I'm just arguing the fact that you guys let me open the account. I understand. Look, that's your policy. That's not you. That's higher ups. But that's why I'm doing this live stream. Because if this shit goes viral, and it gets to the news, and then the news, NBC News, Fox News, whoever the hell, I even got NBC News downtown Trenton. They're building this right there for NBC News, and they see this live stream and they want to talk about it. That's when that policy is going to change. You know what? This shit got out of control. You're right. Oh my God, we're fucking jackasses. Yo, the new policy is just like Bank of America. After the Social Security, when they put in the Social Security, boom, right in the bottom, identify your identity with front picture and back picture of your license, ID, or your passport. Boom, and there you go. No more arguments, because the person won't have the capability of opening the account without further verification. That's all I'm saying. I cursed out your reps because they're acting like they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like the policy, I know I don't want to get you in trouble. You're not supposed to say this policy is bullshit, but I can say that I don't work for M&T Bank. I was trying to become a customer. Not no more. Not with this experience. Not with this policy. This policy was a bonehead move. That's what the hell this policy was. A bonehead move. And it's like I told the previous rep, though, the one that was just talking to me. I feel like I was racially profiled because everybody else that I told to get this, because I did a live stream on TikTok showing how to sign up for it. Of course, I was going to blur out, my social and all that stuff. Everybody else that was white hasn't got a verification to verify their ID, and they're signed up through online. Everybody else. Then my black friends on TikTok, Keith, Marquise, John, Michael, none of them. And I got the proof. They sent me the screenshot through TikTok. Now TikTok, it's like, what's up? Unless you send pictures, video messages to each other, and I have all the proof there. So that's what I'm saying. So if I wanted to make this into a civil lawsuit, I could, because I have 10 people from different ethnicity that you guys never flagged their account, never, and they signed up online too. But yet mine's, let's single out the Hispanic. Where's this motherfucker from? Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's not U.S. That's a lot. So let's single him. And that's how I really feel. And that's why I was cursing. Because how do you explain that to me? 5 friends that are black, 5 friends that are white, signed up the same day, and they haven't received no emails for verification or none of that BS. None of it. But yet, me, I get singled out, and here you go.
Well, I would hate for you to feel like that. I know I can't change how you feel, and I'm sorry that you do feel like that.
But just put yourself in my situation. How would you feel if your friends got to apply for something and the policy that applies, that's supposed to apply to everybody, didn't apply to your 10 friends? but it applied to you.
Well, kind of hard. Because it kind of would be hard for me to compare my circumstances to the next person because I don't know. It could be something specific in their case that's different from yours.
That they won't need an ID
to
to verify, that they wouldn't receive the verification thing.
open an account, everyone needs a valid government issued photo ID.
No, that's what I'm saying. They never received that. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. They never received that email, and they signed up online. They never received the email.
If they don't do it, if they didn't receive the email, maybe they should call and verify their email address on file. But nobody, it will close out. They probably will have a restraint on their account as well. But again, it's circumstantial. I wouldn't be able to speak on what happened in their situation, but broadly, I understand how it can appear that way. But I'm almost sure that circumstantial.
No, but they would be lucky if they have to verify. You know, they live in different states. They don't live here, so they've been got their real ID, and they all got it at different months this year. One got it in January, the other one got it in March, one got it in my birthday. This one got it last month, and out of the 10, the other one got it yesterday for real ID. So if they needed to, they wouldn't have an issue. You know what I'm saying? My issue is that my appointment is not for January 15th, so there's nothing I can do. So I just think, there's nothing I can do. I mean, you guys don't want to accept the other forms of identification, which in that case, if you're going to make that type of policy, then there needs to be something to back up that policy. Because if I'm going to make a policy, I'm like, okay, well, have them verify if they're a police officer, their police officer license. If they're a security officer, their security officer license. Have them show a bill with the same address and the same and the same name. You know, just like when you go to motor vehicles. Motor vehicles doesn't ask me for an ID. Motor vehicle asks me for proof of social, proof of birth certificate, proof of address, and another proof of identity, like a debit card or security officer card. And that's federal. That's federal. That's more than you guys. That's federal. And that's all they ask for to give you your ID. So maybe if you guys were going to implement some bonehead thing like that, then you guys should have done that. Because I don't have a problem taking a picture of my social and sending it to you. And sending you a picture of any one of my credit cards. My Bank of America credit card, my Chase credit card, American Express, whatever the hell you guys wanted. And I would have sent it to you with no problem. But that's what you guys need to do. So just like they do that, when you create that type of policy, you guys should have created a back door. Okay, how about if the person, they expired and something went down, and that's why they can't further verify their account, their information, because their ID is expired. Let's use something else that's valid, because my license says the date. My license is good for 2 years, and I just got it this month. Well, this year. Security officer license is good for 2 years. Every 2 years, you got to switch it out. So it has a 2-year extended. So it's not as long as a identification, because identification is 4 years. Your license is only 2 years. So that's what I'm saying. It has a date. So that's definitely another way to perfectly verify somebody, whether they take a picture and send it to you guys or go to the branch with it. Because that's illegal. Crazy. And back of my license, it even says it. If you impersonate a security officer by law, you can do 8 years in prison mandatory. So even if I lost my license, I don't have to worry about it, because ain't nobody gonna try and impersonate me, because they're gonna do 8 years in prison. Right in the back of my license says up to 8 years in prison for impersonating a security officer. So it's no joke. Right in the back it says. So that's what I'm saying. So how you guys are not gonna try to take that into consideration? That should have been something that should have been taken into consideration. Like I said, there's plenty of people. My friend that's a police officer right now, his ID is expired. And because of the government shutdown, he can't get a new one. He's a police officer. So that's what I'm saying, man. So look, there's nothing I can do. The account is frozen. You guys are gonna close it anyway. So just close it down, and I guess just send me a check, because I'm not catching an Uber to Cherry Hill, New Jersey as $58 and $58 to go get them that I can't even get, because at the branch they're gonna say the same thing. Well, sir, you don't have a valid ID, and da 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 da. The whole point of this live stream is so things can change. Just like things changed with Verizon and changed with T-Mobile after I made a live stream. It wasn't to make you guys look stupid. Hey, you guys don't want to get fired. You're following your policy just like I gotta follow my policy. I gotta do whatever the policy requires because if not, I lose my job. So I know where you're coming from, but you gotta understand my frustration because you know there should be other there should be other ways to verify, especially if you're gonna let somebody open the account without verifying first. There should be other ways to verify and get stuff done. So you could do that. You could just close the account, I guess, or just direct deposit the check into my Chase account, Bank of America, and you guys receive it and deposit direct deposit. So you guys could just do that, man. It's just it's done. The whole policy is done. It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Like I said, no sense.
All right, and again, I sincerely apologize that you weren't able to really give me the answers that you were hoping or needing to hear as of today. But again, as M&T, as a bank, I'm also a customer first, so I'm hearing you from your perspective. I just want to say that as well. So we appreciate the feedback, and the most I can do is offer, to file some feedback because you do have valid points. And you kind of go from there. But
because seriously they need to, switch that out. I'm serious. Because even T-Mobile, when I wanted to upgrade to my 17 Pro, T-Mobile is one of the second largest, biggest company in the nation right now, right? And they took my security officer license as a form of identity because it has the date, has an expiration date, it has my name, and the account had my name. But they didn't really need for the address to be there. And they took it as a form of identification and let me upgrade my phone. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. If you guys are gonna implement that type of policy, I would really appreciate for you to. And like I said, I'm sorry for cursing out your colleagues, but they really pissed me off. I'm not in the mood. I had a stressful day today at work with dealing with kids and all this other stuff and adults that had like it's the end of the world because they forgot their barbecue sauce at McDonald's and it's a nightmare. So I will apologize for getting out of character, but they really pissed me off. They were not understanding what I was telling them that it doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be like that. If there's some policies which don't make sense, but this is one. This is seriously one. That's just like I said, when T-Mobile wanted to charge for billing. I made a live stream talking about it. Sure, but 3 days later, they didn't charge you for paper billing anymore. It was gone. Completely gone. But it was because that was a stupid policy. How are you going to charge me so I can see my bill? It makes no damn sense. Give me an incentive. Give me a discount. You feel me? Like Verizon and AT&T do. Sign up for paperless billing and we'll give you a $5 discount. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That makes total sense. But now, that's what I'm saying. They need to change that policy. That policy needs to be changed. Either you could verify what other forms of identity if your identity is your ID expired, or make it like everybody else, even though you guys are not everybody else, but make it like everybody else. But it would make sense because I'm comparing you guys to other financial institutions. I'm not comparing you to a cell phone company or anything like that. So that's what I'm saying. I know this is above your pay grade with the whole policy, but it should have never been implemented if there wasn't another way to verify a person besides a license or ID or a passport. Because like I said, like I told the other dude, I'm scared of planes. I don't like them. Last time I was on a plane, I had a horrible experience where the plane went from 50,000 to 40,000 feet in 2 minutes. Drop. So no. Let me get it. I'll see.
Oh wow, yeah. That just my heart just stopped hearing about that. I'm sorry. That definitely does sound scary.
Yep, because we were going through clouds that had lightning and all that stuff. So I was like, hell no, never again will I get on that. I could see the lightning right through my window like in the movies.
That's insane.
Yep, and the pilot was talking. He was like, "Estoy arriba en tu cuarto." Like, haciendo en vivo, bye. So they were like, so I was looking out the window and I could see the clouds and the thunder and the rain and everything. And the like I said, the pilot, he was like, "Look, we are gonna descend super fast to 40,000 feet from 50,000 feet. So prepare. And I thought the plane was going down. That was one of the scariest moments in my life. What can you do? You pray to God. You pray to God. Because falling from 50,000 feet, yeah, you're gone. You're gone. You're not gonna find it. That plane is gonna explode and you're gonna be dust.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't
That's
have a
scary too.
passport. That's why I don't have a passport. Trust me. If I could handle that, I would have had one. Trust me, I would have had one. Because my uncle wants me to go to DR with him. He loves going to DR on vacation, but I'm like, nope, I'm not going to Dominican Republic with nope. I wish there was a train. If there was a train, I don't care how many hours, I'll get on that train. But nope, not on that airplane. I'm telling you, I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was going to die. And then I had the worst luck ever. When I was coming back from Puerto Rico from seeing my family and stuff, the airplane, the same. But at least this pilot, he descended higher. He was like, "Look, the lightning and storm is right next to us, but I'm gonna go up to 65,000 feet, so you're gonna feel a little bit of turbulence, but it's not gonna be that bad." And it was, but I was still scared. The plane was shaking like it had Parkinson's. I was like, hell no. So like I said, that will scare you. I swear to God, I kissed the floor in that North Airport when we landed.
I
Thank
bet
you, please.
something like that definitely.
No,
Like
it's traumatizing. I'm telling you, you get PTSD being on a plane. So that's why. What are gonna, what's the whole point of me wasting money on a passport? It's gonna sit there, get dusty. It's gonna expire and everything.
Collect us.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because I'm
I
like,
mean, in this situation though, the passport would have come in handy because you could have used that.
yeah, I know. Yeah, in that situation, you're right. It would have been, it would have been a good thing.
It would have been kind of like just a backup, just in case. I use it as a backup because most of the time my ID is somewhere lost and I don't know where it is, and I always, have a backup with my passport. That has saved me multiple times.
I might think about doing that just to have it as a secondary thing, secondary method. You never know. I might actually do that. No, but now to get a passport, you gotta have a valid ID too. So I'm in a no win situation. I had to do. If I would have known that, man, I would have done it before my ID expired in August. I would have done it. But yeah, like I said, man, I apologize. I'm sorry, but like I said, the this live stream wasn't to make you guys look bad, or it's just the policy. I want everybody to know about the policy. Like I said, back like almost a decade ago when I argued with T-Mobile about the billing, it was the policy about the billing. It wasn't to make their reps look stupid. You know what I'm saying? It was just the policy. The policy needed to change. And I just think that this policy needs some tweaking. If they want to leave it the same, then give it some tweaking, man. Like, not everybody has a passport. I know people that have never left the United States and they're like 70 years old. I was scared of planes, man. I never left. I'm serious. I'll be having customers at the job and they were like, yeah, bro, I never, ever. Even my older friends that do security, that, they're like 50, almost 60. And I even got a 65-year-old that does security because, he's in shape. I'll say that. He's in shape. He surprised me yesterday. I'm like, bro, you're 65? And he was like, yeah, bro. But, bro, I thought he was like 40 something around my age. He's like, no, bro, I'm 65. So imagine how good he takes care of himself.
Yeah.
And he's one of my supervisors at work for security. He's one of the supervisors. And I was surprised that he's 65. So imagine, like I said, and he says, I have never been on a plane. Ever. I'm terrified of planes. So I'm like, hey, I'm the same way, bro. But like you said, just to have it, in case I ever, lose my wallet and the whole process with the IDs, I'll make sure I have that shit in my drawer in my room. So trust me, after January 15th, after I get my real ID from the motor vehicle here in New Jersey, I will definitely be signing up for a passport. Trust me. Trust and believe that.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good starting point. Outside of that, is there any other feedback or is there anything else that?
No, like I said, the only feedback I'm gonna leave is that if they want to keep this policy, they should let people use their work identifications or more than anything. Like I said, my security officer that has the expiration date and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like my license, because ain't nobody gonna try to impersonate some. How I'm not gonna be who I am if I have an Adidas expired with my name. If I have, multiple ways to identify myself, like I did. Like I forgot, I got to contact my other bank because they was like, all we need is your social security to give you access back into your account. We need a picture of your social security because they actually accepted my my security officer license right along with a debit card as a form of verification. And I sent it to them. They sent me the email like you guys did, and I uploaded it, and they was like, yeah, we could take this. So that's something you guys can have. And they're like, because our policy, we take stuff like this, like your security officer license right along with like a debit card or a major credit card as a verification. And I think you guys should do the same thing. It's not bad to do other things that banks do, It saves you guys frustrations.
Definitely, I agree. All right, well, it has been a pleasure assisting you. Thank you for your time.
So I was going to ask you, how long is going to take the check to get here?
So as of right now, once the account is closed, then they will send it out. So it's still a restraint on the account that like they're working on account closure. But until we have like an actual date that's listed that your account will be closed by, or it's from when it closes, they'll mail it to you. So that can take standard mail 35 business days.
No, but I understand, guys. I don't want them to lose their job. If that's the policy, that's the policy. They can't do nothing about the policy. All right. Well, no problem. I guess I'll just be waiting. It'll come just like in a regular envelope, right? Because I'm not used to receiving
checks. It'll be a check. Yeah, it'll be a check. So most likely, usually with checks, they're just plain envelopes. There's nothing on it.
Gotcha. Because I don't want to throw it away thinking it's spam mail.
Oh no, definitely anything. It'll just be like a plain envelope with nothing on it.
All right. Well, you have a blessed day. Like I said, I'm sorry for earlier. But it's just it's frustrating. Like I said, I sent my money through Zelle. Why I can't send it back to Zelle? Like that's what had me mad.
Yeah, I understand. Well, thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your night as well.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, guys, policy's policy, man. And like I told you, they keep sending me to the same people. So I give up, man. They won. M&T won this one. Seriously, they did definitely win this one. They definitely won this one. I mean, it sucks, but that's the policy, guys. I mean, we can't do nothing about policy, guys. Seriously, we can't do nothing about policy. Policy is policy. It is what it is. But guys, I want to head out and go to Dollar General because I told my friend I was going to buy him something, and Dollar General closes in 14 minutes. So I want to say thank you for riding out for the last, all this 3-hour live stream. What? And I hope YouTube did not demonetize this live stream because of the music being played. I have no control over that. But guys, take care. God bless and be safe. And M&T Bank, I hope you guys change that bullshit you guys got going. Because if you can let somebody open an account and their ID's expired, then you guys should have other ways of verifying somebody. Have them send a picture of the social security card. Have them send a picture of their bank card. Have them send a picture of their job ID, their work ID, their license, whether they're a police officer, sheriff's officer, security officer. All of us have a license with a picture that shows our face, and take that as a minimal for keeping an account open or closing an account. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. Take care. God bless and be safe. Subscribe to OG Tech. Also, my God, Rando Geek, Sneem Mobile Tech, Carlos S Tech. And I'm going to catch you guys. on the next one, guys. Take care. God bless and be safe. You already. And thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next live stream tomorrow. Deuces.